I'm gonna go live now, but you can do a sound check. What's up, man? Good to see you again. I think this is what.
It was a lot of people. It wasn't just.
Oh, last time when he was on the perspective, yeah, it was. I think.
Oh, that what it was.
Yeah, it was there.
It was.
Yeah, that was a lot of perspective.
That's a lot of perspective.
Yeah.
So he ain't been on.
This is just
the Method
podcast.
It's my Method debut.
The Method debut.
Welcome. It's good to be spending these 2 days before New Year's with you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, seems like you've had a pretty exciting year. I mean, based on social media, I don't actually know. We haven't had a conversation in a long time. I think we only talked.
Yeah.
This is the second time we spoke
all year. All year.
Yeah.
But that's how it go, man.
I mean, besides the likes on Facebook.
Yeah. Busy lives.
It's Fox, man. I'm
that's because y'all booed up and shit, man. Y'all don't talk to nobody.
Well, that's the thing. We should hang out more.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
I said I was gonna start going on double dates or whatever, and when I did, Nikki hit me up and was like, "Let's do it," and then I just didn't. I didn't start double dating.
Yeah. That follow through game is not.
Yeah. Well, something about to double date. I don't know. I've never asked a couple out on a double date before.
Right now, if y'all can, let's go to our profile pages and share the live.
What's up, folks? We live.
Talking to us.
Oh, you telling me to share?
Yes, us. We'll tell them in a second. Let's see. I should be able to share it from.
I don't even. I gotta go.
You gotta go to Method. I'll share it to my profile, and then y'all can just share it from there. I think it'll work that way.
I can see it. Why I don't?
All right.
Relax.
I don't want to share it as. Oh, here we go. Copy URL.
All right, there we go.
There's one podcast group that I'm not supposed to share it to.
All right, I just shared it there. Let me share it to Jay Noetic page.
You ever go on Altino Shade?
No.
Nah, I wasn't on that one. I was just on yours.
Right on.
Method heads, man, we getting gathered in here for a good conversation tonight.
That was back when we established that tall men are not fuckboys. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
that's the fact of life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just figured it out. We solved it.
Had to speak for all those over 6
Yeah,
foot.
man. Tall dudes.
I'm pretty sure all men that are over 6 feet cheat. I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Well,
not Justin.
That is the illusion.
Not Justin.
I mean, that's a question. What do you think? Besides yourself, we know you don't cheat.
What's that?
But do you think other tall dudes cheat? Or is it how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Okay, so everybody over 6'1" cheats. Is that what it is?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I believe it.
The mark. See, everybody put the mark at 6 feet, but this like 6'2s and 6'3s, and these niggas is murdering the game. Right? Every basketball player cheats, right? Am I wrong? I mean, not everyone. Like LeBron probably don't cheat, do he?
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Method heads, if y'all in here viewing early before we get started, make sure you share the live for us, please, and also comment it. We want to see you comment in the comments for us.
What's up, Ellie?
Share it to your profiles, y'all. Get some people in here, have a good conversation.
What's up?
Tonight we're talking about when you know.
So we can't
talking about it.
So if you were in a whitelist in the live or whatever, I can't see your name or whatever. So whoever said "Go Bucks," it just says Facebook user, so I don't know who you are. So feel free to introduce yourself.
Yeah, with StreamYard, they have to actually give them permission to show their names.
Yeah, and it works for regular Facebook users, like anybody on a Method podcast. I think it shows their name. I think, but you might be right. That makes sense.
All right, man. Where we at on time there?
We ready? It's 8:02.
We ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Let me turn this down. Oh, we can hear that. You gotta mute it.
No, mine is down. No, it's not down.
Oh, that was me.
Silence your phones.
All right.
Phones, everybody. Make sure your headsets are on airplane mode.
See, man, I went and got my beard
I see.
shiny.
I'm getting my done tomorrow, man.
Just for the television.
I'm getting my
man.
done tomorrow.
The television value.
Can't
You
wait.
got beard done, you
11:45.
said?
Yes, sir.
All
All right, hold that conversation. Here we go. Rap song. Rap song.
Hey.
Welcome to A Method Podcast. I'm Jay Noetic.
I'm Remy Mulatto.
I bring the content.
I bring the chaos.
And with that, we believe the best way to have truthful
Is
conversations.
to have mostly everyone talking honestly over drinks.
And that's what we call a motherfucking
That's a
method. Even though tonight we're not actually drinking. I don't think any of us are drinking tonight.
I'm drinking.
Well, we're going to be drinking tomorrow for New Year's for
I'm drinking.
sure. Hey, Method Heads, welcome back to a live podcast. We're here every Thursday, 8 p.m. We're going over some dope topics.
Yeah.
And tonight we have one of my closest friends here, Niner Gang for life. Niner Gang, Justin E. Banks. Say what's up, Justin.
What's up, Joe?
Bang, bang, Niner Gang. That's what I'm
Bang,
talking about.
bang, Niner Gang.
You got a nickname, Justin? What your peoples call you?
Just pretty, man. That's
Just,
all.
Just, he's
I am
pretty.
Muhammad
He's
Ali.
just pretty.
I'm just pretty. You see the beard? You see the beard? All right.
Yeah, so Justin he has a lot of things that he does, but one thing I don't think a lot of people know about Justin is that he is also an artist. He's a painter.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but before we do that, we got to do a Method movie.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, man. Justin, you know what Method movie is, man. You've been
Yep.
paying attention. You've been watching the
Yep.
podcast. Justin been in the comment talking shit like, man, I want get me on the show. So he here.
You know, every time I've been watching, and y'all been like, I don't know what that is, and I'm just at home screaming it. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stump you both today.
okay.
I think I'm going to stump y'all and the Method Heads.
I'm trying to get it to
Here we go.
Ed in the comments because Ed always get it before anybody.
What movie is this?
I thought you meant the other Italian restaurant I asked you to marry me in.
I don't know this movie.
Everyone knows this movie.
I'm so sorry, Anna.
I don't even know who the
I
actor
just
is.
can't seem to keep track of time.
Actually, yes, I do. That's fuck,
And I didn't have a very good
Bruce Willis.
session today.
It is Bruce
Yo, is this
Willis.
Pulp Fiction?
No.
Shit.
They're both so similar. Same mannerisms, same expressions, same
Is that the
things
Sixth
hanging
Sense?
over
It
there.
is the Sixth
I was about to
Sense.
say it.
It
I was
is the
about to say it.
Sixth
I
Sense.
literally thought it as you said it. God damn it.
It is,
But
this
yeah.
is
Cold
It was
as
the breathing that gave
Yeah,
it away.
yeah,
yeah. So this is the scene where Bruce Willis
fingernail cuts,
walked into the restaurant
offensive cuts
to talk to his wife. Sixth Sense came out a long time ago, man.
Teacher.
What do y'all remember about? Y'all remember this movie?
Somebody in the
Yeah,
comments got
yeah.
it, too.
What y'all remember?
That kind of tripped me up at the end when we found out that he was the dead person.
Ah,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Hey,
Oh,
if they ain't
spoiler
seen this
alert.
movie
My
since
bad.
19,
Most people know.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
most
when it
people
came out, but
Yo, shout out to everybody that just found out.
You've definitely had enough time to see this movie.
Bruce Willis was dead. I think I found out before I saw it. I think somebody said it and I hadn't seen it. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. That's cool.
thing is, I didn't pick up
I
on
didn't
it
experience
until at the end, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. I don't think.
Well,
There's,
see, the
there's
thing
no way
about
to
it-
pick up on it.
The thing about it with this movie,
There's no clues.
is that once you see it the first time,
There are
when you-
clues.
when you watch it again.
Yes, you see all the clues.
Right.
throughout the whole.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's because you're wiser now.
Yeah.
Like without knowing anything about the possibility he could have been dead already. Like
Yeah.
there's also like other allusions to other allusions to the fact that he's dead, like little subtle things. Like you notice every single time he starts to get upset or feel weird or something like that, you see the color red or whatever, or everything gets cold. Like how
Yeah.
it is for all the other
Mm.
ghosts.
Yeah.
There's little things that change, but if you don't
Yeah,
Even
know
in
the
the-
rules.
One of the main things is that whenever he's talking to the little boy is cold.
I actually want to go back and watch it. This is
Yeah.
probably one movie I actually want to watch over again.
Yeah.
Even in this scene when he was sitting down talking to his wife, she didn't acknowledge him the entire
Yeah,
time.
one
but
time, yeah.
but the first time looking at it, you think she's just mad at him because she
Yeah.
gets up and says
Because
happy
it's-
anniversary.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
and it's not unusual for a woman to not talk to you.
it is not.
Like,
It
nigga, I
is
ain't talking
not.
to you not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday.
Do y'all remember who the producer was for this movie?
M. Night.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. This is probably the only movie
Yeah,
of his that I like.
That's,
Well, see, that's the thing.
He
With,
set the
with
bar
all
too
his
high with
movies, there's a twist.
it's always
There's
Always.
always the twist at the end.
except After Earth. I think there wasn't a twist on that one.
But
it
on
just
that
sucked
one, the
into
twist was that there wasn't a twist.
Did he do?
Because
There
you're
you
looking
go.
for it.
There you go.
He didn't do Project. What was that movie with the project, the robots?
You talking about District 9?
District 9. He didn't do District 9, did he?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Okay, he just does all the sci-fi stuff. All right, man. So out of Bruce Willis catalog, where do y'all place The Sixth Sense?
Well, Bruce Willis is typically like an action actor, I
Yeah.
think. So as far as just a role where he's just acting, you got to put that at the top. If you want to mix
Because it was definitely out of his
Yeah.
typical movie
yeah, he didn't
role.
do no action in that movie at all. Whereas typically you see, I just watched Die Hard the other day.
Who didn't?
So, like,
It's a Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
I
you
watched-
gotta watch
I
that.
watched-
On
That's the
Christmas.
only Christmas movie I watched this Christmas.
Yeah.
I'd say
place it-
I put it like mid, like in the middle to high range in his.
What was better
his
though?
catalog.
What was better? Die Hard was better, obviously.
Yeah,
Die Hard was good all the way through. The thing,
But I
about
don't know
Sixth
any of the other
Sense-
Bruce Willis movie that he was in that was.
Oh, he's in a lot of good movies. He was in Pulp Fiction.
Oh
was in,
yeah,
uh,
Pulp
yeah, he
Fiction.
wasn't like the
yeah,
star, but
Pulp Fiction.
He was in.
He was star
Fifth
B,
Element.
star A. You know, close to Sam.
but that's the thing. In Pulp Fiction, there's no real one star.
Wait,
of
no,
the-
John Travolta
Well,
was in Pulp
he was one of
Fiction.
the
There's-
stars.
Yeah. There's
Bruce
John
was in it?
Travolta,
The
yeah.
stars of Pulp Fiction is
Bruce Willis was the
uh,
boxer.
Sam
Oh
Jackson.
yes,
Sam
yes,
Jackson,
yes.
Sam
You're
was the
right.
star of that movie.
You got,
I guess you could say
You
I
got
don't
Ving
know.
Rhames in there.
Bing Rames
Yeah,
was in the movie.
for
And,
sure.
John Travolta,
Yeah.
Uma Thurman. It's a
Yeah,
great
I don't-
movie.
Yeah,
That's
it's one of his best movies for sure.
That's my movie right there, Pulp Fiction.
Well, congratulations, Mr. E Banks. You defeated Mr. Remy Mulatto.
By a hair.
And
By one of them hairs
He
on
been
your
on it.
chin,
He been on it lately. I thought I was gonna stump y'all. That was actually a hard scene. And he actually, I think when you said Bruce Willis, then the brain started working.
Yeah.
Like, what could it possibly be? All right, man. Good job. I was pleasantly surprised that y'all got that.
Now, reading is fundamental. Now let's get on with this school bag. You teach.
So this is Method Lessons, and in Method Lessons we talk about typically we talk about what we learned most recently or at all. I mean, it's your first time on the show, you can tell us anything, or just something new. You know what I'm saying? Like some news, just something you feel like you want to share. So let's get
Also,
into
if you're in the comments, you can tell us something you learned this week as well. So who going first?
it. Yeah, we sharing.
Mm.
So I think I'll go first. I learned that Chris Tucker won't
Mhm.
do Last Friday because he doesn't want to cuss or smoke on screen.
So is he like a Christian now?
I think it is a religious thing, but I
Mm.
heard even back after he did the first Friday that he was kind of off of that type of energy. And he just wanted to do like family movies, which ultimately, if you look at his career after that, it's pretty tame, especially in comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that
Did he
Friday-
even do shit? What did he do?
Rush
He
Hour.
did the Rush Hour movie.
Money
Rush
Talks.
Hours. He made a
Rush
killing off of
Hour,
Rush
Money
Hours.
Talks was
Money
before
Talks
that.
wasn't good though. Rush
Money
Hour was
Talks was
good.
great.
Nah, he
No,
didn't.
Money Talks was good enough because he was in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's an entertaining watch all the way through. And then Rush Hour, of course, blew that out the wall.
Rush Hour was good. I enjoyed
But to
that.
me, most of the time, Chris Tucker is the same character.
Oh,
Even he's
100%.
Except
100%.
he was a hardcore weed head
In Friday.
and he's not a hardcore weed head.
Yeah.
In anything else, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like,
But
that's
his
the thing with it.
personality is what I mean.
Same
It's the
character.
same.
I mean, he
same-
couldn't.
same energy, but it works. I mean, he was
It's like he's the same guy. They're just calling him a different name.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
there's a few actors like that who we talked about this before, like Owen Wilson. He's like he acts the same way
Yeah.
every time.
But I bring that up because
Keanu Reeves,
I
same.
think he should do Last Friday, and I think Ice Cube should just rewrite the character to not cuss or smoke.
I mean, at this point, it's been so long
Like
ago.
he-
He needs to be a different type of role for him anyway, because they're all old and
And he's done so many characters that don't have that as their like their thing or whatever, that he would still come back and he would still kill it.
Yeah.
He should be good.
He should make Chris Tucker the pastor that Bernie Mac was.
100%. I was thinking the exact same thing when I thought of this. I was like, he could come back and be a motherfucking pastor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make him the next
Good.
He
pastor
should
at that
officiate
church.
somebody's wedding. It
Yeah.
could be a fucking wedding. Man, Ice Cube, call me. All right, I will rewrite this movie for you. But yeah, Rosette said Chris Tucker is being typecast. I think he kind of just is who he is. I think he was kind of typecast with the Smokey role, but outside of that, he's played like.
He broke out of that
con
with
artist.
Rush Hour. So
yeah, he was a police officer, and he was, for the most part, I guess he was believable. You know.
yeah,
He's never taken on like the actual
a serious role.
role. You know, what I
Not
mean?
that I know of.
No role where cracking jokes isn't the main thing he's supposed to do.
I think he could. I don't think he wants to.
I don't think he's done any interviews at all.
But then again,
recently.
I don't know what
Yeah.
he's tried to get. Maybe he did want to do something serious.
I mean, he
did
might have been in casting trying to be serious.
That's
And they were
true.
like, get the fuck out.
He was like,
Oh, yeah,
"You're
he was in,
trash. You're
you know what
trash."
he was in that was kind of serious. He was in Dead Presidents. Remember? That was a serious movie.
Yeah.
And I don't remember his
Yeah.
role being comedic, but you know,
That's true.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember him in that movie. I just remember that he was in it.
He had a very
Yeah.
small role, I think.
And I remember, spoiler alert, he died at the end. Everybody died at the end,
Yeah.
except who was the main guy?
Don't ask me. He's going way
Lorenz
too
Tate.
far back.
Lorenz Tate. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Ah,
That
good old
motherfucker
Lorenz
still look the
Tate.
same.
Yeah.
He don't age at
Motherfucker
all.
Not at
still
all.
look the same.
He don't age at all.
He look younger now.
Ain't he
Yeah.
like Power? Ain't he in one of them Power?
He was
movies,
in Power the
right?
last couple seasons.
All right. Anyway.
Justin, what you learned this week, brother? Or
The
anytime?
thing that I learned this week, I learned how to make coquito.
Oh,
shit.
you
Wait,
made some
hey,
cookies
man.
and you didn't bring none? What the fuck?
Hey, man.
How you don't already know how to make coquito?
What you mean?
You look like you know how to make coquito.
See, now
He
you
should.
Damn.
See, now you typecasting me.
I
Come
mean,
on, man.
people are from Honduras. So
Look, you look
but-
like you know how to make coquito. I look like I don't season food.
But
It
see,
is what
we
it is.
don't necessarily make coquito.
yeah.
You know,
So Honduras, you said.
we just
But coquito is
Puerto
not
Rican?
necessarily just it's
That's
not
more of
Latino. It's more it's
that's
like a
more
certain
of a-
demographic
yeah,
of
that's
Latino,
more-
right?
That's more of a like a Puerto Rican thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
And Puerto Ricans are black. It's FY.
I thought all Spanish folks was black. I mean, I don't know.
Hey.
Everybody say something different. Tell me what the rules are. I don't know.
They just got the slave ship stopped along the way,
Yeah.
you know, and kind of mixed, but we're not
You
going to
100%
that.
Honduran, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you consider yourself black for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Identify. So you know what I learned this week, man?
What you learn?
I learned to double check who the fuck you're texting before hitting send sometimes. Don't be overly confident
Yo,
in your text.
You only
saw that
just
message
learned that.
I relearned it. I
Jesus.
haven't had the error in
Oh,
so
man.
long. When'd
you forget?
I sent it today. I sent a freaky, risque text to the wrong
to
woman.
your stepmom.
Nah, it was definitely a woman that I had matched with on online dating.
Oh, so just not the one you was.
Yeah, I was having two conversations, and one woman was like, "So why you really interested?" And I was like, "To be honest, I bet that pussy tight." And they went to the wrong woman. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh.
And
y'all
me-
got the nerve to say to people over 6 feet.
I'm single. I'm
This
single
man
though.
over
I'm
here.
single.
You know
I'm
what it
single.
There's two things.
No, don't say light
You
skinned
either
dick. We all.
Yeah, because I'm not in it. You either gotta be 6'1" and up, or your shoulder width gotta be like 3 feet? You got about 3 feet on there.
I got
3
something.
foot shoulder span. Like one of those two
Man, I immediately saw it too. And why don't these phones have like take back texts?
They should.
They
They should. You can take back
Yeah,
emails.
that's
How
why-
come
that's why
your
you
text
talk
can't
to
do
them
it?
through Messenger? There you go. Messenger, you could do it. You can't do it through text message.
Don't feel bad, man, because in my
I
single
think you
days,
can with iPhone though. If you
in my
like,
single days, I've made that mistake. more
Yeah,
than once.
I apologize, man. I apologize, and all she said was, "Other girls." She was like, "You better go handle that then." So I'm pretty sure she's not going to
oh,
talk to me
you told
anymore.
her that you sent her the wrong message?
It went to her. Yeah, of course, I told her. This is my first time having
You
a
never
conversation.
admitted.
You're supposed to just let that.
But this
you
was-
just
Play it
sit.
out.
But look, I guess someone else said that
See what
too. To
happens.
see what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, you're right.
She
But I
might have
just
saw it and be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
That was your fingers deciding
Yeah.
that this was supposed to happen.
I'm not a good liar, man. That's why I don't lie.
Should have just posted some little eyes after it. Be like,
Yeah, see what she said.
See what
You
she
ever seen the
gonna
wrong?
do.
You ever seen the wrong text or wrong pic to somebody?
I have gotten very close to sending terrible texts to my boss.
I ain't never done that.
I don't remember who I was texting. I was texting some regular shit, but it definitely wasn't something that I wanted my boss to see.
I don't even text none of my coworkers. I ain't doing that shit.
This was I don't have no bosses. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It didn't happen though. So
I don't know what's worse: texting the wrong person, sending the wrong pic, or calling someone the wrong name.
I say the name probably.
Yeah,
I think whichever one is happening right now. Is
in that moment.
Yeah.
So I did learn something else.
What else did you learn?
I learned that Gerard, shout out to Gerard,
Yeah.
J-Rod,
J-Rock.
his
Alfonso Macaroni.
Alfonso Macaroni is recording his EP today, probably right now.
Oh yeah.
It's called The Journey Begins. I don't know when it comes out, but I know it's today. And he invited, he's going to invite me and Jay to listen, but we do the podcast on Thursday, so we couldn't
Oh
make
damn.
it.
Yeah.
I would have been there too.
But he's recording it right now. So
Hey, shout out to that, man.
J-Rod, and y'all ready for him to drop some more music? It's on the way.
J-Rod the MC, man. Y'all go check him out.
It's called
Shout
Journey
out,
Begins.
shout out to him. I'm doing the album art on there.
Oh shit!
Ah.
Look at that. That's collaboration. I like that shit. I remember J-Rod. He did the intro to All Tea No Shade.
He did.
Right.
And that was a dope. It was a dope intro.
Do you do So what's the art gonna be like? Can you like?
It's gonna be kind of like a I'm not sure how much he wants me to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not say too much
All
about
right.
it.
All right.
But that is a good
I'm looking forward to it.
segue into Justin and what
Look
he
at the
does.
connections.
So I'm gonna hold something up really quick for y'all to see. I can't see the screen. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I'm gonna do my Vanna White here.
So I went hiking the other day and I took this picture.
Y'all see this painting? This painting right here is painted by Justin himself. I like to call him.
J.E. right there in the corner.
I call him Bob Ross. He's a black Bob Ross. That's what I call him. So this is what he does, man, in his spare time. And honestly, I think I've known Justin for a few years. I didn't even know that you were a painter until maybe a couple years ago, maybe if 2 years ago.
Yeah, I literally found out on my podcast, my Mulatto Perspective, and he just brought it up. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
So
And
how
then
did
I
you
went
even?
to his Instagram.
Yeah. How'd you even get into painting?
Pretty much I was it was I say about 10 between 10 and 12 years ago, and I was just bored sitting at home, and
When Obama got elected.
it was sometime around that.
He was like, if Obama could be president, I could paint.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just sitting at home bored and flipping channels, and I came across the Bob Ross show.
I
And
used to
was
love
like,
Bob
Oh,
Ross.
you telling me Bob Ross inspired you too?
I'm telling you,
Like
man.
Bob Ross.
And I was
All right.
looking at it, and I was like, I could do that. And
Mm.
so, next day I went out, I bought the little starter
Yeah.
kit of supplies that you need,
Yeah.
not even the real stuff that you need. And I just started it, just started
Wow.
painting. I watched this video and I kept pausing it and doing it and pausing it and doing it.
So you actually watched his
Yeah, I
technique and his
watched him do it,
wow.
yeah.
So did you watch the Bob Ross documentary? I think there's a Bob Ross documentary
There
on
is.
HBO,
Yeah, I watched it.
and it talks about basically his whole thing, how he got started and everything.
You know, he lived here for a while.
Did he?
Yeah.
hmm
So
Here is Tampa Bay area, by the way.
like his big thing was he was like, he really just wanted to teach people how to paint. That's all he wanted. That was his entire thing or whatever. And he realized the easiest way to reach as many people as possible was to do a TV show.
Oh.
And here you go. You know what I'm saying? You watched his show and you was like,
And he's been gone for a long time. So think about
Yeah.
that. He passed away a while ago.
It's a really good documentary,
Mhm.
but it sucks the way it ends because everything. He was such a
He was
fucking
poor,
force.
right? Was he
Everything fell
poor?
apart.
I think he
No,
died.
no. Well, he didn't have control over everything.
Mm.
There was a lot of people running his shit, and now that he's gone, they still
Mm.
run his shit, and they are not supposed to be. Nobody wants them to be. Like
Yeah.
his family, not anybody. So it's a sad story, but everything about his come up and what he was and what he really stood for, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
So was your family surprised that you could actually paint? Like, who was the first person you kind of showed your paintings to? And they was like, damn. you
But
could do-
also, real quick,
It's called Justin, not Bob Ross.
Bob Ross also notoriously a fuckboy. I'm just saying he was.
Was he?
That's part of the documentary.
It was the fro.
I
man.
think it was the fro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why white man
I
had a
mean,
fro like that?
yeah,
I think
I
he was
mean-
half black anyway.
He was tall.
I
too.
mean, honestly,
he was at least
what-
6'2".
What woman could he walk by and they'd be like, no, let me touch that?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And then they see the painting. They're saying,
And that hair wasn't like his. It wasn't like natural. He used to do that.
And then
was
he'd
just
be like,
something
hey,
he
look
did.
down.
I need to go back and watch the documentary. He learned a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
To your
He'd be
family.
He'd be like, hey, look down. There's some happy little trees.
What's up, girl? You trying to
Look
get
down
these happy
low.
trees or
Look
no?
down low.
You trying to get these happy trees? All right.
We'll just put a little bird here.
Yo, the Bob Ross game. The
Bob Ross game. Let's refocus. Let's refocus.
shit.
So your family, when did they realize you could paint? Did you show them
around
first?
yeah, it was around that same time. And I mean, they were real encouraging. And yeah, they were definitely surprised, you
Mm.
know. And I think the first person that actually saw it was my roommate at the time,
Mm.
one of my best friends that lived in Jacksonville. And of course, you know, he's my boy.
Yeah.
He got to give me shit about it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
like- He was like, man, that's garbage.
Trash.
Wait.
and then later on, he was like, nah, it's pretty good.
That's
funny.
crazy.
So yeah.
That's funny.
You ever? How many pieces have you sold? Have you sold any of them?
I haven't really
Or commissioned
I
any
haven't really
pieces?
tried to. I haven't really tried to sell them. You know, I'm
Have you-
I'm kind of in the process of getting that started now because I
What's stopping
I
you, bro?
recognize- Well, this is the thing. When you're an artist,
You
a lot of
sensitive about
time-
your shit?
yeah, you're real sensitive about your shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And one thing that I noticed that I was doing it, I was comparing my art to a lot of other people's.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
and that's something that you really can't do. You gotta
Nah,
just put it out there and let it be what it is.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And so and it's another thing is when it comes to pricing your paintings,
Mhm.
that's kind of difficult, because
Yeah.
because for me, like I want to be like, yeah, $4 or $5 grand. That's what you're gonna get that for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got to look at how much stuff like that is going for.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
And starting
Yeah,
off, it's going to be different
and
than
then
what you
starting
want
off,
to,
yeah,
what you want to
exactly.
be, what you end at. But
and then also you don't want to box yourself into a certain
Yeah.
price point,
Right.
for
And
the future.
And if you really think about it, art usually is when it's sold at like its highest price, it's not even sold like by the artist. It's
Mhm.
sold by somebody like who's a collector. And then, long after the artist is done doing what they're doing or whatever, they sell it and
Yeah.
for like millions of dollars or some shit.
Well, you got to get the name on it, Then you can
yeah,
once you get your name out there as a
art is actually the one thing in life that you can buy that appreciates
Mhm.
and doesn't depreciate. And so you can buy art and trade it. I haven't bought any big piece. I mean, I bought a few local pieces, but they were all within my budget. But if you got any you want to sell,
Mhm.
is that one for sale?
That one right there, yeah, any of my paintings.
If any of y'all
Oh,
want
we
to buy,
should-
if any of y'all want to buy one, Method Heads, you want to buy this painting, reach out, set it in the comments,
I
and
might-
reach out to
If
Justin.
y'all don't buy it, I might buy it.
Yeah, I'm on.
So
I'm on.
Should I make
JE
you an offer right now?
Artistics on Facebook.
Nah,
and
not right
JE
now.
Artistics on Instagram.
Say
Also.
that again.
It's JE Artistics on Instagram and Facebook. And you can,
That's what's up.
right
you
on.
can find all my art there.
All right, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you joining the show. We're about to get into this topic. The
yeah.
topic is when you know.
Listen, if you in the comments and you are a woman, get your pen out.
So I kind of want to
Take some
do,
notes.
if you don't mind, I kind of
I
want to
gotta learn
do
something.
3 different phases. How I broke it down, and obviously I can throw your comments and your questions in. However, so how I have it broken down, I have phase 1 of when you know is like casual dating, then phase 2 exclusive dating, and phase 3 moving into relationship, and then like proposing.
Hey man, I follow your lead.
You good with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when you know, basically just talking about when someone's the right person, you do what you got to do. And so phase 1, casual dating. In your opinion, what does it take to know that you want to take a woman out on a date initially? Like when you know. So how do you know?
For me, the conversation is when you interact, whether you meet them on Facebook, or you meet them in person, or you meet them however you meet them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most likely you're gonna have some kind of conversations in between then and your first date.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? And it's just the vibe that you get. You know, it's hard to it's a chemistry. You know, it's
So the
hard to-
conversation, like you said, online or in person.
yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Like if the conversation feels like a good tennis match, you know what I'm saying? Like I hit the ball to you and you hitting the ball right back, and there's give and take. I ask you a question, you give me a answer that I'm interested in. It makes me want to ask another question. Like the conversation just flows and it feels natural. It's not like
It's not an
talk to
interview.
This motherfucker. Yeah, it's not an
it's-
interview.
Yeah,
That's important.
Exactly.
It's not an interview. It starts like an interview.
Yeah.
You start off asking questions that you want to know, and then you ask one question, and everything just kind of opens up because you know something about it felt right, and it just flows.
I think that's good for like when in person for sure. Like when you're chemistry never lies, right? So if the chemistry
Never
is good,
lies. Chemistry
that's
is
one
math.
thing, you know. But
Chemistry and math are no different.
when it comes to conversating though, or conversing, like online, a lot of people, we just had the conversation, say, oh, I don't want to have a super in-depth conversation through Messenger app or online dating, right? But I'm a conversationalist, so I do think having a good conversation will lead me to want to ask someone out. But what about like Facebook or Instagram, where we all can be friends with a lot of people on there? Is there anything that you see on social media that makes you say, I think I'm gonna take her out? Because I know for me, if I see obviously physical attraction, right?
Yeah.
If I'm seeing her pictures, I'm like, damn, she fine as fuck.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? For me, I'm like, that's always gonna be my first thing. Like I'm physically attracted to her, and I want to take her out.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Yeah.
no physical attraction or
No,
pictures
there's
being
nothing-
posted.
There's nothing that I see online that makes me want to have somebody else.
Really?
I say that.
Wow.
I say that because my first serious relationship, I brought it up a couple of times. It was 8 years long. It started on Black Planet.
Good old Black Planet,
Mhm.
boy.
I met her on Black Planet. Not to say that because of that particular experience, but that, and then I've had other interactions where I met women online. And not to say that every interaction I have with women online always goes bad, but I had enough of them that went bad that I was like, I could try this from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
Somebody can introduce me to somebody. Rhonda, I met at a bar. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
We
I
met
remember.
in person first time. So like, not saying that there's anything wrong with online dating. It just hasn't been the thing that has worked for me.
Yeah.
So I'll say there's definitely stuff online that make you want to talk to somebody. You know, like with my current girlfriend, I saw her online and she saw me, and we were liking each other's stuff back and forth, right? She posted something on her story. I gave her one like. She hit me up like, that's all I get. That's how it started.
That's how it started.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
So she shot her shot. I mean, technically you shot your shot with the like, but a like is ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? And then when she comes back and she's like, oh, that's why you're not going. I mean, you can give me a heart.
They actually
Did
say
you like it or
women.
did you like it?
They say women who shoot their shot first typically end up with the man they want and are more successful in getting a relationship. I'm just
All right,
saying.
Black Bob Ross.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot, lady. Shoot your shot.
You know what? Well, I think
Not at him and not at Remy. Shoot
Not-
your shot
not-
at you
not
shot
at
at
Jay.
me.
But I think the important thing is, dudes. There's plenty of dudes, if they like you, they'll give you an opening. Just like women give men openings. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's a realm where you can shoot your shot. If you're at the grocery store and you over there standing by the apples or whatever, and she decides she wants a fucking apple, so she's standing next to you, that's an opening. So as a man, you're like,
whether
okay,
you see it or not is the other
whether
thing.
you see the opening or not. Yeah. So men do the same thing. We at least will start that way unless we're like really aggressive. Really aggressive dudes just walk up to you and start talking. But a man will start to like warm up to you and start opening doors to see, okay, can I talk to this woman? Is this even a woman that wants to be spoken to? Like there's things that we do to rev that up.
So the likes, the hearts,
The like
the little
online
comments
starts- opens it up.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
the hearts for sure.
The posts
Hearts
for
definitely.
sure. Like if I see certain types of posts that interest me, then I'm definitely going to be a little more interested in saying, you know what, I know I want to take
So-
this person out for sure. Just
Yeah,
because
like-
our conversation.
Like what kind of posts? Like what?
Well, you know me, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a slight nerd
But not
for certain
like Jesus
things.
stuff.
Yeah, I cannot do Jesus stuff. That's
So
a
you
no go
say-
for me.
yeah.
That's a no go for me.
So would
She
you?
would have to pursue me if she, because I'm not
Right.
I'm not pursuing a Christian woman at
So-
this point in my life.
So can you share like a post that kind of caught your eye that made you think, you know what, I kind of want to.
I just like someone who does like who posts about meditation or like just
Okay,
positive
so-
affirmations or conscious about
let-
whatever like
Unless you get a sense that they're
Yeah.
that they
that
what
they're spiritual, that they like are trying to get in touch with themselves.
that helps for sure.
Right.
Yeah, like if I look at your, if I look at a post and I say, all right, yeah, she's cute, and then the next day I say, oh, okay, she cooked a little something up. She got a little something, okay. And then the next day she posts some like
Ratchet shit.
some like Marvel or 49er shit. I'm gonna be like,
Oh, you would get married
okay.
today.
That's the trifecta right
Yeah.
there. Like,
I'm gonna have to see what you're talking about.
so strike one is you look good. All right, I see your pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you. And then you post a little something. Oh, you cooking? All right, I see you throwing down in the kitchen. And, oh, you like Marvel or 49ers?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
You
all
get a
right.
message today.
What are some
Let me
things
go ahead and give you a like.
the likes? Believe it or not, likes matter, man. What are some
Likes
things that a person does that
All likes matter.
all likes matter? What are some things that a person does that keeps them in the I'm not sure about them stage? Like you think you want to slide in the DM to ask them, but you don't know because of something they did, something they said online. You know what I mean? Like, what's something that can keep people from that?
I mean, I agree with you when they're like overly religious
Mm,
on there. That can keep me like, I don't know if I'm
yeah. I don't know if I want to slide.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Because
Like, what about that? Do you
Talking to Mike.
turn off? What about her being overly religious? Is it because you feel like she'll try to like, or she'll want to wait for marriage?
no,
We're
I've had
sinners.
that. I've had
We're
that.
sinners. No, will you say to run away from marriage? Is that what you said?
Waiting for she's going to want to wait.
Oh.
not necessarily that. That's not really what I would say about that. It's more of a
But if you're not a religious person,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're not like that, then being with somebody who's like that is going to be a clash.
mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're gonna.
Well, yeah, she gonna be trying to.
You're not
inject-
gonna connect on a lot of places.
She's gonna be trying to inject Jesus into like everything you do. So when you do something, like if you don't want to pray at over your food or something, like
Yeah.
that, she's gonna be like,
Yeah.
First of all,
Well, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that way, but in a lot of cases, it can be that way.
religion is a big deal, man.
I'm dealing with this
And
right
that's the
now.
thing. I'm not saying
There's
that.
nothing wrong with it.
I'm not saying that I can't date anybody who's.
It
like,
just has to be.
religious.
It has to be room for
It
you
has
to
to
maneuver
be-
in that
It
environment.
makes you
Exactly.
pump your brakes a little
Because
bit.
I'm not
I'm
completely.
with you.
I'm not completely non-religious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just the overly, that does it for me. I can't.
I know what your religion is.
What's
It's
that?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross religion.
Bob
know?
Ross is your religion.
So for me, something that makes me pump my brakes, or makes me not know if I want to ask someone out, especially online, is like, how much of her business is she telling online?
Yes.
Like for me, she talking about every damn thing. Do I know her whole life story? Do I know who pissed her off? Do I know her cousin did this and that? I'm like, cause my immediate thing is like,
That's gonna be me.
that's gonna be me. Yep, that's gonna be me.
Yeah. There's signs. That's facts.
And so I think when it comes to casual dating, I'm just like, some things like that just kind of make me pump my brakes on it.
Definitely. And also, another thing is if they're the type that constantly man bashes. Like,
I can't fuck with that.
If every
I
other
can't fuck
post
with that.
is everybody ain't shit, then I don't know. I don't know if I can mess with you.
Yeah, because ultimately, when somebody says everybody ain't shit, you're not looking at yourself at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying, on an emotional level. So you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong.
Really quick, Method Heads, you're in here watching this live. Again, we appreciate you. Do us a favor.
Please
Share it,
Please
like,
share.
comment, heart.
Listen, it's about to be 2022.
What's some comments we got in there real quick? For
Rose said, "Religious people have sex, sex.
yeah, y'all do.
Don't be saying that.
Y'all be having,
y'all be
having the nastiest
yeah,
sex
religious
too.
people have sex, but y'all ain't fucking. That's what I'm saying.
So
Explain the difference,
That's not true at
please.
all. That's not true, but still.
do y'all think people know, and this is a good question here, and we'll move to the next phase. Do y'all think people know on a first date whether they want to be more with someone? On a first date, do you think people know, damn, I want to be more with this person right now?
I think.
I mean,
you
I
can-
know
think
I
you-
do.
I think you can.
I don't know
Yeah.
if everybody.
I
does,
wouldn't
but
say
know
it's.
I do.
I wouldn't say it's a definite. But you definitely get a sense of. Yeah,
I don't
dig
think
this
so.
person.
Well, think about it.
I don't
You
think
spend-
so.
You spend, say a first date.
I don't
is
think y'all
like-
wrong. I personally don't think so.
Say a first date is like 3 hours, and you enjoy the entire
Yeah,
3 hours.
I can see
If
that.
you enjoy
I can see
3 hours with a person, like you're
It's a good sign. That's a good
You know what I'm
sign.
saying? Now, if the first hour sucks, and then
Yeah.
the last 2 hours kind of goes well, you like, I don't know, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it depends. But if the entire 3 hours goes well, like you was everything was polite. You know, I did my thing, you did your thing. We had a good conversation. At the end of it, I got a little kiss. Yo, this shit was fire. I might have to see.
Yeah.
You know what? You to move in. You need a roommate.
I saw a post the other day. It was like you ever been on a horrible date that ended in great sex?
It's like, no, I have
that's
not
toxic.
had that.
That's toxic.
I have not
If you
had
go on a
that.
horrible date that ends with sex, y'all both toxic. Y'all both fuck
Yes,
boys.
yes, and
Fuck
fuck
people.
girls.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Oh man, that can muddy the waters.
Yeah.
That's starting off with some drama. Yeah, I think for me, I'm a very optimistic person, but for me, when it comes to that first date, I just feel like too many people put on a facade, and so is it possible? I think it's possible. I think it's very slow.
You don't believe them on the first date.
Yeah, I think it's a very small percentage of people who actually say, "Damn, I can see myself being with this person." But I just think people, you don't know them. You don't know them.
That's true.
You know,
So
so
I
how
say-
can you see yourself wanting to be with someone or think you can be? Yes, the
So-
chemistry is great, but I always say, people say, "Oh, well, how's the date?" It was good.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So,
Yeah.
by
You
what
know?
point do you see yourself being with somebody? Like, how much time? How many hours?
So
24 hours.
being with
If you
someone,
spend 24. Let's say your first date is 24 hours. Let's say
no, I mean 24 hours. We smashing. She stayed at my
Yeah,
place.
for
I
real.
stayed at hers.
No, let's say y'all go camping or something, and y'all just in the
We
same
ain't doing
place all
camping on the
weekend.
first date.
No, not y'all. Like, okay, let's say, yeah, you wouldn't go camping on the first date, but let's say, just for example, not even the first date, you go camping with somebody, you'll spend the whole weekend there, and you meet her, you find out you're interested in her day one, you know, because like a whole group, you don't know all the people, whatever, and you realize you're interested in day one, and then
That depends.
because you
Are
like
we-
you keep trying to spend time with her. She's
Are we
single,
on some
single.
like life or death Indiana Jones?
No.
type shit?
Just chilling camping. It's
Do we
not
have-
the apocalypse.
Do we
like
have
it ain't Rona
Armageddon?
took
Do we
over
have
and
some-
now we all sleeping in
Yeah.
the woods. It's not that, because then of course you're attached. Like you trying to save your life. You need somebody. Everybody needs somebody at the end of the world. But yeah, how long
I've
does
just
it take
never. I've never been, and I'm transitioning to a different part of this.
Transitioning.
Not gender
Yo, are you-
transitioning. Not gender
Yo, let me find
transitioning.
out, Jay Trans.
Hell nah. What I'm saying is, I used to be on the opposite end of the spectrum where it would take me at least 3 to 4 months before I decided I wanted to even think about being with someone.
Yeah.
But then a couple years ago, I ended up dating this young lady, and we had like instant chemistry.
Right.
And I knew probably within a month that I could see myself being exclusive
So a month.
with her. But it took us seeing each other three times a week,
Yeah.
talking to each other every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's why I knew. But from a first date, I've never sat down and be like, I can see myself being with this person.
Okay,
Nah.
So Jay is like, it's like if you fishing and there's like that one just big ass fish, and you just like it catch a line a couple of times and you reel it in, and then when you come up, it's not there. Like you're a difficult catch, is what you're saying. Like,
Or you reel it in
requires
and you
a-
realize it's a boot.
right, right. It takes a lot for a woman to get past your defenses.
I don't have, that's the thing. I
Like,
don't
you got
have,
some, you got some defenses.
no, listen, I don't, I'm a very I accept people for who they are, right?
Mhm.
I don't have defenses, but
Yeah,
but I
you
need
accept
you,
people for who they are.
I
over
need
there.
to see
Stay over there.
you more than once.
Facts.
See
Couple
me, I reel in
times.
the medium-sized fish, and then I take it home
And you grill it
and let it grow in my tank. You know,
100%.
and let it boil
It's just
over.
a
I'm
big
with you.
fish.
That's
You know
some
what I mean?
Mexican shit right there.
Nah, I
I'm
need
with you,
some.
though. I'm the same way. Actually, no, I dive into the ocean and cuddle with the fish like that. Like I'm just immediately attached.
I think it does depend on your relationship style. I'm not very relationship oriented.
I'm very.
You know what I mean? Like
Well, you're
I want a relationship, but I'm not quick to get in one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was your attachment style again?
I don't even remember at this
I know
point.
mine
Secure
yours
something.
was like the medium one.
Yeah.
The one that makes you normal. Did you do that test? The
Nah,
attachment
I
test? or
don't
whatever?
think so.
But
So,
yeah, I think
yeah.
But I
we
will
can
say,
test this
like for me, like as far as like the first date, like I have a really good idea if I'm considering relationship with you
out.
at the
Really?
end of that first date. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know, like the type of person I am, like I have that in my head. Like if
Well-
I have that kind
Yeah.
of connection, now it doesn't
Yeah.
happen often, you
Mhm,
know,
mhm.
because just the amount of relationship that I've been in.
Yeah.
Is that the determination on if you ask for a second date, or will you still ask for a second date?
Well,
even
no,
if you don't feel-
no. But if I have a good time on the date, then I'll ask for a second date.
Yeah.
You know, but I have had that where you just have that crazy connection right off the bat, you know,
Mhm.
and you just know that
Yeah.
okay, I can see myself being with this person. Now, once I make that decision, that don't mean I act on it right away. You know, like you,
Yeah, you let it simmer.
you think something, and then you go on those second, third, fourth dates to verify. You
Right.
know,
You gotta
But-
let the fish cook.
Yeah,
You gotta
But,
let it
but,
cook.
but here's the thing, though. In today's culture, most people are dating multiple people, right? No one's really dating one person. Even maybe there's a small percentage of women out there that do it, but most people have multiple people, right? So now let's say, okay, we're going into exclusive dating. How long does it take you guys for y'all to decide I'm going to cut off everybody else and I'm just going to focus on this one person?
I don't.
You don't date multiple people at once?
I feel like it's a slippery slope dating too many people at once, because you're split. You're already splitting yourself. You know what I'm saying? If
I'm splitting something.
yeah, yes. I mean, even with that. So even taking it a step further, when you're having sex with multiple people, for me, sex is there's an attachment that comes along with sex. So
Mhm.
if I have sex with more than one woman, for me, if I've even decided to take it that far, that means I'm probably in love with two women or more than one woman. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So that's not a good look. I know I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm
Mm.
saying for me, by the time I get there, even outside of just the fact that I will wait that long, sex just kind of creates that attachment. Just
Yeah.
it does for like a lot of women.
For sure.
But that's why
for
a lot
sure.
of women don't fuck with, you know, having sex too soon or whatever. So once I'm there or whatever, and if I got two people that I
Mm.
got to figure out between, it's like, oh man, she fucking cooks for me and she sucks my dick, and this girl over here, like I like both of them for different reasons or whatever. I'm already have a lot of trouble trying to figure that out.
That's
too
when
much.
you introduce them.
Oh, okay. All right, Bob Ross. Listen.
We're doing polyamory,
This guy.
polyamorous relationships. Yes.
This guy.
So how long? So you don't do multiple people.
No,
So
I
you find one person, and if you like it, you just
I
focus on
see how
them.
far it goes. Yeah, from there.
Justin.
I mean, for me, usually it's within 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Damn, y'all some moving fast motherfuckers.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I find something that I know I want,
Yeah,
you know, and I know because
that's good to be though. That's
Well,
good.
see, this is the thing. If I was being fulfilled by any of these other people that I was dating,
You would
this-
already handle
this
it.
one person wouldn't have come to the forefront. So
I got
quickly.
you. I feel you.
You know what I mean?
feel
So,
you.
you know why?
Would
I
either
feel
of you
ya.
be willing to share how many people you would date at one time?
Sure. I've dated 2 to 3 women at one time.
Only 2 to 3?
Yeah, anything more than that's way too
Yeah.
much for me.
It's too much.
That's too much. 2 is the perfect number for me. When I say date, I mean I've actually spent money and gone on these dates.
Have you ever found yourself attached to more than one person at a time?
I have found myself liking more than one person at a time attached. No, because my thing is I feel like people are going to weed themselves off one way or another, right? The person you have stronger chemistry with, that's the person you're going to focus your attention on. And if she or he is giving you the attention and energy you need, other people are going to fade to black anyway. That's my philosophy.
Right.
But I've never found myself
It's like they say,
attached.
it's like they say when conversation becomes shorter with one person, it's
Mhm.
definitely it's getting longer with someone else.
Yeah.
Rose said, "A man should know what he wants," with exclamation points.
People should know what they want.
Do y'all know what y'all want?
I mean, I'm trying to get up out this dating game, boy. The single game is crazy out here.
So I think the whole when you know conversation is all about knowing what you want.
For sure,
You gotta know
for
what you
sure,
want
you gotta know what
to
you
know.
want. Yeah,
You know?
but there are a lot of people out here that they think they know what they want, and then you say, "Well, here I am. This is exactly what you say. This is me. I'm not faking." And they're like, "I kind of don't want that."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think our wants shift a lot more than we think they do. Also, I mean, almost from person to person. You know what I'm saying?
But should they though?
I don't know if
Should
they
they?
should. Sometimes they. I mean, they probably shouldn't, because that means that you have a broad. Your shit is already too broad, and you're trying people on different opposite ends or whatever. You
Yeah.
just want somebody on the opposite end or whatever. But sometimes you deal with somebody, and you realize, yo, this is what I wanted, and now that I got it, I don't even like it that much. I kind of want something else.
That's his popular.
Well, see, that comes to the subject of, is it that you don't want what they're offering, or that you just don't want it from them?
Hey, one or the other.
That's a good question. Because it could
be either.
It could be either. If they are offering it, but you're not physically attracted to them, or they have some kind of history you're not liking to, like, you know what? You find an excuse not to.
So that could be attributed to a degree you're entertaining something you don't want anyway.
Yeah.
You just kind of like let that go in the beginning. Like after the first, I mean, maybe you can't know on the first date. Sometimes you get attached to somebody and then some shit comes out the woodwork. You're like, oh no, that's terrible. I can't deal with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's part of dating though, right? That's why I say, how can people jump into a relationship so quickly when 3-4 months down the road you find out that they're a horrible person? I mean, it's a lot of breakups happening, right?
You ever catch any like late red flags? Because a lot of red flags show up on like first couple of dates. But you ever been like in real deep with somebody and it's like they fucking just, I don't know, drop kick their dog or some shit like that in front of you? Like, yo, I can't. This motherfucker drop kicks their dog.
I think the one thing that
he likes
that's a lot.
He
of effort.
likes it.
That's a lot of effort to drop kick a dog. You ain't even got to do that. You can just, but yeah.
I think for me, what has happened,
Don't drop kick.
I think life happens, and sometimes when things aren't going according to plan, you start to see sides of people that they didn't have opportunity to show you in the beginning, just because their life is shitty right now or not, or they're super stressed out. I remember I with one of my ex, we were good for a while. We never had any issues.
Yeah.
And then we went out one night and she was super rude to the waitress. And I was just sitting there like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she had never shown me that prior to that. And it was an issue for me. After we ended up talking it out.
It could have been that she just at that point she was comfortable enough to do that.
Exactly.
Clip this. You don't know nobody until you see them on their bad day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Seeing everybody on their good days. Yeah.
Not even a bad day. I'd say their bad week or month.
Yeah. Any rough time in your life where
period
where you too tired to hold up the shield, or you too tired to put on airs. You know what I'm saying? You get to know somebody. You're like, oh, you cuss the waiter out for no reason when you need to, and you drop kick your dog. That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. You probably a fucked up person.
That's fucked up.
What separates one woman from all the other women when it comes to deciding to date just them? Obviously, we said conversation and chemistry, but let's go a little bit deeper. Like Remy, he doesn't date multiple women. I can
participate.
Okay.
So what's the question?
What separates one woman from the rest of the women to make you decide this is the one? And method heads, you can answer the question as well. What separates a man from the other men? So
going back to what we just talked about, I think it comes from the negatives. For me, it comes from if something bad happens, like if I fuck something up or something like that, and then depending on the type of energy I get from you based on that, or based on their reaction to the fuck up, right? Yeah, right. Then then that for me is going to determine if this is the kind of person I can handle in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And you depending on the type of person, sometimes you can find that shit out on the first date. Sometimes they say something rude to the waiter on the first date, or they don't tip. Like that's a big thing. Oh, that's a turn off too. They pay. I mean, usually I pay, but.
So pretty much you're just trying to find out. You're just trying to find out if they're an asshole.
Yeah. If I find out that you're an asshole, because I'm a really nice person. Like, especially in my relationship, I'm usually pretty nice. And as long as you don't fuck with me, I'm not gonna fuck with you. So if I get around somebody with some bad energy, that bad energy is gonna fuck me up and I'm gonna have to fuck you up because you fucked up my energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm kind of like a little different because I'm the same way as you. I'm overly nice,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't like to be bothered with a lot of bullshit.
Bullshit.
You know what I
All
mean?
the drama.
Yeah, exactly. So for me and my partner, like I look for somebody who is that matches my niceness,
Mhm.
but also has the ability to switch it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
If it goes down,
Yeah,
can we fight these
exactly,
motherfuckers?
exactly.
If the apocalypse
You know.
happens, is we killing or not?
yeah, exactly. Like you know,
Yeah.
like
Somebody-
if I'm at a restaurant, they get my drink
Yeah.
wrong. I'm like, fuck it, and they're
So-
just like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's get
It's
you
your
the right
back.
drink.
Got your back. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
Somebody
mean?
on my timeline posted something about kind of like that on Facebook. It was like, oh yeah, he got a good job and you know he went to school and he got a bunch of degrees, but is this nigga gonna be okay in the apocalypse? Like, is he gonna be able to kill the zombies?
Yeah.
Like that's important.
Depends on the
Somebody
scenario.
hit me for that.
Playing this Walking Dead game in virtual reality, I realized
Oh, Jesus.
I will not be okay.
Yeah, I would not be okay. When all our power
You know
went
what?
out a couple years ago, I
But right
realized I
now-
would not be okay.
But right now you practicing. You'll be okay
I'm
in a few
practicing, I see.
years. Yeah,
I'm-
you just gotta.
I'm working on my weakness.
I should do that too. You gotta practice. Let's practice
Yeah.
for the apocalypse.
Both of y'all got guns, don't y'all?
Yeah, that's not practice.
Uh,
You can't. I mean, all you
Yeah.
can do is go. You ever experienced shit like that in VR? Like scary shit?
Nah, I ain't doing that.
It's like a haunted house that you can't touch.
That
It's
you-
like the
yeah.
haunted house can fuck you up and you can't do nothing to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
so
it
I don't
picks
want
you
nothing
up
to do
and
with it.
throws you around and shit. Like
I don't want nothing to do
when I was
with
in Vegas, I did some kind of scary thing or whatever, but
Yeah.
they put me in a seat. Okay, so I'm in this seat and there's demons around me ripping my heart out and doing all this shit. I was like, I don't like that.
it. Yeah, nah,
I
I'm
don't
good
like
on
that at
that.
all.
I'm
But
good
I
on
didn't
that.
have no control, and that at least you can kill stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on the Quest 2, right?
Yeah. 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 You can stab him in the head with knives and screwdrivers. and
That
stuff.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to Judgment Time. I want to play Walking Dead in Quest 2.
You know, I thought about bringing it over.
Oh,
But
shit.
That would've been
I was
interesting.
running late, so I
We'll do it on the next one. We'll do it on
Next
the
one.
Yeah.
So for me, I look for things like, and I have a reason why I asked this question. I look for things like when she's on her way over, that she say, "Hey, do you need anything?"
Ah, yeah.
Or I look for things like when I go over her place, does she offer me anything without me asking? You know what I mean?
Right.
I look for things that
Does she?
are selfless.
When
You know,
when you open the door for her and let her in the car, does
that's
she
a
reach out for her and
that's
lock
the
your door?
thing. That's the thing. Or
Does
at
she
least
show-
attempt. At least
Yeah.
attempt.
Does she express any level of empathy at all?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
After the date, and
Towards-
I walk into her car, does she say thank you for
yeah.
the date, for the dinner, for the experience, or does she just give me a hug and get in the car and go about her way? Like I look
Yeah.
for things like that for me
Yeah. If she don't
to
say thank you,
separate.
she not gonna say I'm sorry. That's what
Well,
if
well,
she don't say thank you, she is
she
not
is
gonna say I'm
not
sorry.
gonna say that's a word right there.
That's true.
That's a word. So look, so the reason I asked that question is because I think y'all heard one thing I always hear a lot of women say lately is stop doing wife things with the girlfriend title or something similar to that. Right? Don't do wifey duties without the ring.
I think that's an asinine statement.
Right. So what are your thoughts on that? On that
I
statement?
feel like for women it has become a slippery slope, and I feel like that's our fault. I feel like men, it's our fault, but it's also our nature. Because a man will take whatever you give him at the end of the day. You know what I'm
People
saying?
will take whatever you give them. But to your point, go ahead.
I mean, maybe I'm not a woman, so I can't speak for them. But I know as a man, we will take whatever you give us. That's why we'll fuck you on the first night or whatever. So if I lost my train of thought, you go ahead and talk.
You just start talking about fucking and you just lost it.
I love my train of thought, y'all. This is why I need to be sober.
Justin, go ahead.
So
Because I hate the statement. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
It's
yeah,
not fun.
I think it's asinine because okay, think about it like this: at any job that you have,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to get a promotion, what do? You do the stuff that
To get seen.
You do the stuff that if you want to be the manager, you start doing the stuff that the manager does,
Mhm.
Show
so
that
that
you're
they,
capable
so
of
that
this
they can
job.
see that you can do it,
Can you be a wife?
right?
Yes. Yeah.
And granted, there's some people who are going to take advantage of that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But I mean, how am I supposed? Like, how are you supposed to? How am I supposed?
How am I
to
supposed
How
to know?
how supposed to know it's
How
your
am I
wife?
supposed to know? Yeah, exactly.
If you don't do
anything.
anything.
Now, I'm not saying like they're saying, oh, you shouldn't cook, you shouldn't clean. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like maybe don't co-sign for his house,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, there's limits to it.
There's limits to it, but you have to
But-
do
but you
something
have
in
to-
order to
yeah,
show me
exactly.
that I can propose
Exactly.
to
So
you.
you know what
You're
the
gonna
basis,
expect me to do husband stuff.
That part.
of course.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying? So
The basis for that is trust. If
It is.
you don't trust, or you're not a trusting person, or you have trust issues, then you're not going to be able to completely play your role, because you're going to feel like I'm going to take advantage of whatever you're doing. So if you don't trust me, you're already fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that. I mean, that's the foundation.
It's true.
For a relationship.
And they
You gotta
probably
trust.
not wanting to do that because in the past they did it and wasn't appreciated.
Their trust has been betrayed.
Yes.
multiple
And the
times.
thing is though, if you are playing that position guarded and you're not doing those little things to show that you can be in that position, someone else can slide in who's doing that.
yeah.
So you can miss your opportunity because you're playing this guarded defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've never been in a relationship where I said, "Oh, I'm not going to do that because she's going to take that as husband."
Yeah,
You know what I
never.
mean, as husband behavior.
Man, I'd be out there
I've never
cutting
done
grass,
that.
man. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
a
I've
boyfriend.
never-
I think this is a husband duty. I ain't gonna do this
Yeah.
shit. I'm changing your oil. I'm
know what I'm
changing your
saying?
tires.
I'd be like, "Oh, I can't kill that spider. That's husband. That's husband."
Yeah.
That's
duty
true.
right there.
And I think a lot of dudes don't even really think about it like that. Like we just do stuff.
We just do.
If we like you, we gonna.
We just
do
gonna
it.
do it.
We just do it.
We try to figure out how can I do more so I can be in part of her life some way or another.
This is
So-
how
so the
I
que-
look at it. When you're in a relationship, you just do what comes naturally to you.
So then I think what that
Yeah,
means is
true. I agree.
I think as a woman, you have to pay attention to see if this man is willing to go that extra mile and do those extra things that make you feel like
Mhm.
he's with it. Then you got to step the fuck up
You
too.
gotta step the
You gotta
fuck
meet me
up.
halfway. Because in men, we gonna make the first move
Rub my
We're
balls
going
at
to do the
night when
most
I'm laying in the
empathetic
bed
thing.
next to you.
first,
Because
and once we do, you can open up.
here's the thing: if you're doing those husband duties or wife duties, and the other person doesn't appreciate it, then you know.
Then you move and you stop and you move
see it.
on.
You,
Yeah.
you can see it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you act accordingly.
Yes.
And move on.
I mean,
true.
yeah, you
It's
learn
true.
from the first date. This bitch did not say
But don't-
thank you.
But don't let a bad experience ruin how you are as a person.
I agree 100%. Boy, y'all saying some words tonight.
Hey, if she don't say thank you, do you ghost her?
No. But I do notate it. I make a mental note, a mental check. Like, okay, she didn't say thank you. So then I say, let me see. Maybe she forgot.
Nope.
So I say, call me when you get home, or text me when you get home. Let me know you made it safe. She gets home. She says she made it safe, but she still don't say thank you. Then I'm like,
Ghost. Ghost.
I'm gonna give you a second date.
That
I'm
boy in the
gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But I saw a post of the day on Facebook. Someone said, you know what? I'm no longer giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna trust them as who they are when they show me.
You know, I always do. It's
Yeah.
like if
People will show you who they are.
Well, disclaimer: when I was single, when I would go out on dates, if I didn't get that text after the date saying, "Hey, I had a great time," or "Had a," you know what I mean, I
Mhm.
enjoyed being with you, or
Yeah.
if I didn't get that, it was done for me.
Yeah,
Facts.
You know,
it's the little things that
Yeah.
matter. You know how much? Nah, I ain't gonna go.
I- I go one step further. I know for me, a big thing is like communication in general. So if I send you a message and I don't hear from you like for like
24
a
hours.
long time, and we're supposed to be actually talking or whatever, then that to me is a sign. It's like, oh, you got communication problems. You're definitely not gonna say what's on your mind if you can't even send a text back in 24 hours.
Yeah,
Like how
I
people just
try to
roll
give
off the
people
bat.
the time to respond because I do think in today's culture, in today's age, we feel like we are, we've earned the right to an instant response. We don't know what
doesn't
shit,
gotta be
we don't know people got
Mhm.
shit
Yeah,
going on.
Yeah, it
You know
don't
what I
have
mean?
to
So
be
I don't need an
instant.
instant response. I try to give people time.
Yeah.
Of course.
But if you take 24 hours to respond, I'm not interested. To be honest, I'm just
Yeah,
Yeah.
because to me that to me is like you trying to tell me that you're not interested, like
Is it-
as if you're on your side, like I don't
100%.
I don't even know, and I'm like, okay, well I got it, moving on.
Yeah, because I know I get busy. you know, I get busy. I'll be at
You
work.
be painting.
I'll be at work or painting or whatever, you know. And when
Yeah.
I'm doing that stuff, sometimes I just don't even look at my phone.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you got a
but-
good life, you get into a good groove and
Yeah,
don't look at your
but-
phone.
But when it comes to, like you were saying, over 24 hours, stuff like that, nah.
Here's the thing. By the end of the
Because I
night,
know you've looked at your phone.
yeah. By the end of the night, you looked
Especially
at
when
your
I seen
phone
you on
once.
Facebook liking stuff. Like,
Say, oh, you gonna
like, oh, for
you got a
real?
brand
you
new
gonna like
post.
stuff on Facebook and not respond to my
That's how
text
we
message?
doing
All
it?
right, then.
Okay.
You gonna
I
leave me
can't.
on red, huh?
That's fucked up.
So
we got a lot of information on each
That's
other
right.
these days, don't we? Like, damn.
do y'all think most people who ask to be in a relationship with someone also knows at that time of asking that they want to marry them? So you say, I want to be in a relationship with you.
No.
Do you know? Do they know? I want to marry this person too, but they just don't act
Nah.
on it.
Nah,
No,
not even close.
No.
I think you know when you. I think you're entertaining the idea of it when you ask them to move in with you. But when you ask
I
them
can
to be
see
in a
that.
relationship, you're like, all right, let's just see how this goes. Let's see if I can just completely be attached to this person, and you know, with titles. Let's see what titles do,
Mm-hmm.
because titles, you know, can change things.
I don't disagree, and I do think the moving in part plays a big factor in that thought process. But I can honestly say that I might not know that I want to marry that person, but if I get to the point where I want to be exclusive in a relationship with you, the thought has crossed my mind that I can probably see myself marrying this person,
Okay.
but I need to see a little bit more first. You know what I mean?
I think there's levels to it. Like when you get into a relationship, you're saying to them, like, I see enough positive qualities in you that I like to where I think I could be with you
Right.
long term.
Long term.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not out of the that's not out of the spectrum to think
Facts.
that, you know.
Mhm.
So Jay is like a slow burn. And then once that shit is lit, that shit is lit.
Oh, once I'm in, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Once
a
I'm in,
slow-
I'm committed.
It takes at least a month for Jay to be like, all right, I could probably do this. And then you get into the relationship. I don't know how much time that takes. When you get into a relationship, you're like, all right, so this is trial for marriage. We on the way.
100%.
Don't fuck it up.
100%.
So you're like a small match that lights the whole curtains on.
But that explains why.
100%.
Yeah, that explains why you don't do a whole lot of like relationships, because ultimately once you're in it,
I'm
you feel
in
like
it.
this is the road. This is the
Yeah.
road to the aisle, baby. We already done
Exactly.
the aisle. We just all the way, you know what I'm saying? But we headed towards the aisle.
Yep.
As long as you don't fuck it up.
I've already
don't
been
fuck it
thinking
up.
about it. The next step is let's move in together. For
All
me,
right.
that's a process. 8,
All right,
9 months,
ladies,
10
he's
months.
single.
You know
So
what I
y'all
mean?
learning the cheat code to Jay right now.
Look, man,
If you,
I'm open and honest on Facebook, on TikTok, everywhere. So people
Yeah.
know this already. Like I am who I am. I think you are who you are. People, the women that chose y'all, they chose y'all because they like something, obviously a lot about y'all. And I'm sure you just got engaged.
Sure did.
You know what I mean? And so
I got engaged in 2021.
So yeah.
So I do
Thoughts,
wanna-
questions. I got lots of questions, but y'all go
well,
ahead too.
So I called my cousin while I was on the way here.
Cousin.
That's the only thing that I say Southern apparently. So I called my cousin up in Michigan, whatever, and he's been married since 2007, about 14 years. And I remember I went to his wedding or whatever, and I remember I met her before
Mhm.
they got married, but I didn't know like the story of how he proposed. I didn't know, you know, if when he knew, I didn't know none of that. So I called him and I asked him about it. And he was like, I think the time where he started to really take her seriously, he was like, she made me wait 8 months to have sex with her.
8 months.
And not to say that that's a standard for everybody, but for him, he was so used to fucking women within like a day, a week, maybe even less than a month or whatever.
So normal.
yeah.
So
normal
normal.
people.
And then this woman was just on a different level, and he continued to entertain her energy
Mhm.
even within that. Even though he couldn't fuck her, he was like, I'm gonna be around her.
Well,
And
see,
alternatively,
that has to come down to she has some kind of it factor.
so alternatively,
Mhm.
So
other people
alternatively,
didn't
the
have.
other thing that made him grow attached to her, she was one of the few women who invited him into her space in a way that other women didn't. Like other women, they would go out. I guess like on dates.
Mm-hmm.
They would fuck whatever, but this woman would just invite him to like to church or something like that, or to hang out with her family, just in a place where they could just be like themselves in this environment. But it wasn't necessarily about all of that. So he just kind of just grew in her space. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then after being in that and existing in her space, he could see it. He could see the light at the end of the tunnel. He was like, yo, I could live this life with this woman indefinitely. And then eventually they did. You know what I'm saying? They got married in 2007. I think they were together. It was like a 5-year period. It took them about 5 years to get to that point.
So what I heard you say is basically two things that
Shout out to my cousin.
that stood out. One, she did something different than the other women.
Yeah.
She made him wait to have sex. That's one thing. And then the second thing is she invited him into a different type of space that he wasn't accustomed to from the other people, which made it stand out. So she separated herself from the rest of the pack.
Yeah. So I don't know about for women, but I think that's a big thing for a man. Is this one different than so many of the ones that I have not wanted this with?
Mm-hmm.
And if this one is different and it feels good, let's fucking do it. You know.
Well, first thing I want to say is I'm not waiting 8 months to have sex. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
How long you waiting to have sex? The longest.
3 months.
Oh, all right. That's not bad. I see.
And you gotta be it though.
If you said less
like
than a
you
month,
gotta be it. You gotta be like, shit. This is the one.
If you said less than a month, you was gonna get the fuckboy stamp.
Nah.
Because
I'm always
like,
trying to fuck.
I gotta fuck before we do a relationship. I got to.
All right.
I don't
But
need
you'll-
that, but
All right, I'm gonna keep my answer silent.
listen, man. Like sex is
Like,
an
you're not gonna
important
keep calling me
factor.
fuckboys.
Sex is an important factor.
We got 3 more fuckboys.
Three more fuckboys. But yeah, I think it is women, people. I don't want to say women. I know it's men around the table here, but so we say women, but I think people need to do something different than what other people are offering in order to say, damn, I can see myself really being with this person.
Well, be who you are, but definitely highlight what makes you special. You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to do what all these other bitches are doing. Because we've seen all that shit and we're kind of over it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why men are so up in arms about like stuff like filters.
I hate those filters.
Not most men, but enough men like showing your body all over social media, telling your business all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
We see enough of that shit that is played out. You know what I'm saying? We want to see something unique, somebody who, if you're gonna share something, you know, intellectual.
Yeah, I need to see you, not your advertising campaign. Pretty much.
Not your. I don't want to see you running for president.
Yeah.
So one of the things that
I don't give a fuck about you running
I
for
look
the
for,
Senate.
or that helps me separate women from one another, is can I be myself?
Yeah.
Right? And do they accept me for who I am? Like, do I gotta hide the fact that I play PlayStation, or do I gotta hide the fact that, you know, or do I feel guilty that I want to go and watch some porn, or you know what I mean? Just for example, you know,
can I do the things that I do
Yeah.
when you're not here?
or while you are here and you don't complain about it,
Right.
Yeah.
right? That matters to me. If I can let my guard down, be like, damn. Or like the one chick I was ready to be in a relationship with in 3 months, she saw that I played video games. She was like, "You gonna teach me how to play Call of Duty?" I was like,
Hey.
"Oh, you want to learn how to play
Yo,
Call of Duty?"
yeah,
I was like, "You know what?
For the record,
you it."
Yeah.
for the record, that's automatically sexy. Like when a man finds out that a woman is down for playing games, it's automatically sexy, especially if you're attractive and then you also just are
Yeah,
down for that, open to it, you know what I'm
into
saying?
whatever you are into.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Right?
say that
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Because I'm not like a big fan of like PS5.
Oh, but if you,
I just got into the virtual reality thing.
Yeah.
Out of happenstance. But it's just a matter of them being into.
So what would you say your thing is? Like, because I know for me, it's definitely, if I find out she's a gamer, I'm automatically hooked. Is there a thing like that you could find out up front and be like, yo, this is the one? Like, I think for some men, it's like if she can cook. Some men are like, you know, the way to a man's stomach, hard as his stomach.
I think my thing would be that I think it might be the
You
my
like the
sports
ones that
teams
drop kick
and
their
stuff
dog,
like
don't
that.
they? You like, you drop kick your dog. I love that.
Like, do you use the overhand?
Do you jump off the top rope?
Do you do the Rey Mysterio or the Superfly Snuggle? What do you do? But no, I think it's more of like one thing that I like is when somebody supports like I'm a huge 49ers fan.
Mhm.
I like watching basketball.
So she likes sports.
So like if she can,
Talk sports.
if she can go there with me,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
good. That's
Mhm.
definitely good.
I think that's why my other cousin, the one cousin's little brother, I think that's part of why he fell in love with his wife, because she's big in the sports. And I didn't even know he was that in the sports, but that's one of the things that they spend the most time doing together is just watching sports and stuff like that.
One thing that I think for me is support. And one thing that I like about your girlfriend, just for example, what she did tonight or today,
Yo, shout
She
out
was-
to that.
she was just sharing and tagging. She knew Justin was going to be on here. Hey, come watch this. Come watch this. She ain't got to do that,
Yeah,
right?
She
She ain't got to do that,
she's
but
like-
that matters. Those things matter.
Yeah, she went. I mean, it's support. It's basically
Yeah.
saying like whatever he's doing, I'm supporting that shit.
100%.
She was like he's gonna be over there. Yo, everybody go look over there because that's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what we do.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Shout out to Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki.
I wanted him to say her name first. I wasn't going to say it first, but I just think in order to be separated, to be the one for anyone to be the one, you definitely gotta support that person, even if it's
Support is
even if you're not a boyfriend or girlfriend yet. Like, what are they into?
Mhm.
Like, I don't like. She likes to go shopping. She likes to go buy shoes. I don't like that shit. But you know what? I'm gonna get my ass up a couple sometimes, and I'm gonna go to the store with her
Mhm.
and watch her, and I'm gonna pick out some shoes. Oh, you look good in that, baby. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do those things.
if she can't support you, she definitely ain't gonna kill no zombies with you. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
She gonna hit you in the back.
Yeah.
She,
And-
like,
and
you
she
gonna
ain't
be
gonna say, "I'm
asleep,
sorry."
Zombie gonna get in the house and she gonna leave.
Yeah.
You know
What's she
I'm
gonna
saying?
do? What's she gonna do when there ain't no shoes?
Right.
Any other thoughts before we close the main topic out on just?
Are we done? I feel like
I
think-
we keep talking about it, but we had an hour and 11 minutes, so we got we
So
got
I-
correlation and a couple of things
So
to
you
do.
were saying the main thing that you look for. I think it's just like for me, it's just that the fact that I can just exist in your space without feeling weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Yeah,
I don't have to feel like you're overextending yourself to be what I want. And I don't feel like I'm overextending myself to be specifically what you want. We're just existing.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable together. That's
it should be.
that's-
It should feel.
that's
It should be
It
easy.
should feel easy.
Yeah, even though it's not easy, it should feel easy.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
easy at what point? Not from the first date.
No, I mean you're gonna have your issues, but I think when we say easy, it should feel, like he said, comfortable. Like it should be like, you know what? Okay, we have some bumps in the roads, but it ain't no deal breakers. You know what I mean? She didn't call me a bitch ass hoe or
I mean,
anything.
were you
Well, you
acting
ain't,
like a bitch
you
asshole?
ain't been married before. That's after you get married.
You ain't been married before either.
I basically been married.
Nah, you ain't been married either.
Just because I ain't put a ring on it don't mean I ain't do my time.
You did
I
8
did my
years.
time.
You did 8 years. That's
Yeah.
a long
I
ass time.
did 8 years. That's what the fuck I did.
Hard labor.
Yeah.
You got more notes over there, Remy?
I think the last point that I wanted to make is just for women, just don't be a woman who falls for shit, because we do value a woman's strength more than y'all realize. Like most men I think will push your boundaries from the jump, and if we can get past all of them shits automatically, there's not really gonna be any respect there. Respect has to be kind of demanded, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if we like you, we will sit at the wall, we'll sit behind the door or the wall or whatever it is and work our way past it
Yeah.
to let you know it's safe here. Like I understand that you're strong, but I'm strong too, you know.
Yeah, I would also say this came in my mind that for me, I like when I don't feel like the chase is one-sided.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I know women say, "Oh, women don't chase." Women don't. I'm not saying you got to chase, but do you call me first? Sometimes, do you text me first? Do you ask to see me first?
Show me you're
Sometimes,
interested.
you know what I mean. Like,
we like to
if I'm always doing all the work,
yeah.
like I'm good on that. Like that's
because then you think you on a fucking pedestal, and fuck that. Like this is a partnership, and partnerships don't work on with one person on a pedestal.
Like,
know what
have
I'm
you seen me?
yeah, so that's definitely a big thing for me.
I'm just talking shit. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, guys. You get fucked up out here.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, that's a big one. I also think one thing that you talk about, women need to let people into their space, right? In today's culture, I don't think a lot of women, and I coined this on TikTok. I said there are a lot of women independently closed and not independently open. Women have learned to be independent and successful without men.
Mhm.
So technically, they don't need a man to be successful in life, which is a beautiful thing.
Right.
But as men, as people, we still, when we look at that person's life, we need to be able to say where I can fit in, right? And if you are independently closed, like you don't create a space for me to slide in to that, into any kind of role, I'm not gonna. I can't see myself. I can't see you being the one,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But if you create a
Where
space
do
for
I
me to
fit?
slide in,
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Where do I fit within your life?
Yeah.
Show me where it is,
Yep.
and let me know that I'm welcome there.
And come and do the same for you.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments said reciprocity, talking about the back and forth.
You gotta look using them
Yeah.
big words.
And-
That's my
I mean,
sister. Shout out to
The
her.
whole thing
Shout out.
is a dance from the first date all the way to the relationship
is.
to the marriage. It's all a dance. And if you're not doing your steps, I'm gonna fucking stumble all over you. It's not gonna work out.
I'm gonna start
you
crip
have-
walking.
Like so I used to he said, I used to
Fuck out of here, bitch.
all right.
Too funny.
Stupid. But
All right, go ahead.
So I used to dance tango and salsa a little bit. And when you do those dances or whatever, when you move, like she has to feel your energy and move with
And
you.
move with you.
And she has to know her role. She has to figure you out. And if she's not paying attention and not trying to figure you out, y'all gonna fucking stumble. It's not gonna
Yeah.
go well.
You're gonna step
Same
in each
thing with
other's
a
feet.
relationship.
Yeah, it's not
Same
gonna
thing with a
happen.
marriage. Same thing with the entirety of the whole thing.
Mhm.
Like dance with me. So
What did Luda say?
That's
When
a
I
good-
move,
that's a
you
good
move.
Phrase,
man,
Remy.
I've been.
That's a
what I
good
do.
phrase, Remy.
That's what I do, dog.
You just, you use that, Jay.
I didn't even hear him.
You start dating with somebody. Just be like,
What's up,
yo,
you gonna
come
dance
on,
with
come
me?
on, come on, dance with me.
What's up? You gonna
That's a
dance?
nice one.
I need you to dance with me here.
I'm gonna put it on all my
She gonna be
dating
like, what you mean? I don't
profiles.
like to dance.
Yeah.
You gonna come and dance with me? Nah, nigga, I ain't dancing with you. I don't even know you're a broke ass. Fuck out of here.
We also mean that literally. We love to watch y'all dance
On the pole.
or anywhere.
Anyway. All right, man. So that's the message. You know when you know. We have a couple more segments that we got to get through, but we would love to still hear more topics and conversation about this and your thoughts about this. Just because the topic is over or the segment's over doesn't mean the topic has to end. Remy, you about to say something? I saw your brain moving.
I just had Jagged Edge. Let's get married.
I
had
just
that
want to
shit playing
get
in my head.
married.
But I don't think that's a good wedding song.
No, it's not. Have you heard the words?
Said,
Yeah,
we
he
ain't
just
getting no
said,
younger.
"We ain't getting no younger."
Might as
We
well
might as well
do it.
fucking do it. We got 5 kids.
We
We've been
ain't
together
getting
12
no
years.
younger. We
But
might
that's-
as well
But
do
if you
it.
think about it, that's like a Negro spiritual because that's a very common situation.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. It's like we might as well fucking do it.
Like, you want to get married? Well, I ain't
We
getting no
can-
younger.
You ain't getting no younger.
All the
Ain't getting
kids
no
out of
younger.
college, we might as well.
We might as well do it.
My dick don't work no more. I might as well do
I ain't
it.
going nowhere else. I am not fucking with no other bitches.
Oh, it's too funny. All right, man. We're gonna move. We're gonna
Like,
move
yeah, let's go ahead
into.
and marry. They don't like me no more.
Right. Yeah. It's popped up.
We moving into unnamed artists. This opportunity for you to refill your drinks, relight your weed, whatever you got going on. We are about to vibe
Get your
out.
vibes ready.
Yes. So unnamed artists is where I play 3 songs. One is a defending champion, and the other 2 are challengers trying to defeat the defending champion.
And we got a 2 week.
2-time, man. Only two artists so far in the history of at the podcast have been back-to-back champs. Rick Ross, we're Outlaws, and this guy Toby. All
I
right.
feel kind of invested because I voted for the champ.
Ah.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in
Yeah.
a row. So, you know.
Here is the defending champ. Don't vote until after this song is played. A minute and 25 seconds. How does this song make you feel?
And for the record, setting shit straight. Album of the year, that's a mixtape. Young
That shit
nigga
still
booming
bang.
since the shit's great. Wrap
I knew
around
you
my
was gonna
finger
vote for
like
this
the
one.
shit's
We be
great.
insane.
Big ring on me like the big day.
I'm Justin.
Walking out the flame like a big
I'm
tree.
Justin.
Too hard to handle.
It's a vibe, though.
Yeah.
I got it. High favor. Come
because you high, and it sounds better when you high.
I'm coming down though.
I think everything sounds better when you high.
I'm about to like, yeah, it definitely bangs better today. And I'm heard a few times, so it's like not too fresh.
I just wish it was longer. This song is only about.
Do we have a playlist for this music, dog?
I have not
hope we
created a
can make
playlist.
Yeah, because I be wanting to go back to some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'll start to create one. All right, that is the defending champion. That song is called Too Hot. Here is challenger number 1. The song is called Wave Gods. Wave Gods is the name of it.
No comparison, we more solid than they are. Me and Hit Boy, they say we like the new Gangstar. Me and Flacco, they say we the new wave guards. Shout to Max B, he could be home any day, God. Wake up out the bed, scruffy sparking my J. Shine my nickel plated, then I'm starting my day. My old lady called me baby, told her part of my age. 12 shells in the gauge, like
I love this beat too.
Going home like every carbon chromosomes on my conscience.
Why can't I remember who this is?
That's A$AP Rocky right there.
Okay.
This kind of got that like 90s rap vibe.
This is Nas. This is Nas' song.
Yeah.
Like the chancellor, the answer to the panhandlers, the corners with the mans is up, the jig is up, the scams is up.
All right, that's challenger number 1. That is called Wave Gods. Wave Gods.
That's on his latest.
Yes, called album called Magic.
The one that just dropped.
Yes,
Like,
it's pretty good.
Like last night or the night before?
I think it was a couple of days ago.
Oh, that's on
He did a new album called Magic.
Nas's album.
Yes. Here is challenger number 2. Challenger number 2.
Living life like it's 4 p.m. at the Cap. Word to Slim Thug on 4 swingers in the dappers. Shine on my vessel, got my stature in the raps. Ballin' in the mix from here and thereafter. Wrote another chapter about climbing up the ladder. Got glass on the dash, I just hope it don't shatter in the pieces. Diamond in the gold and the teeth. Accent the features. Pants with the creases, prestigious. With that player shit when I play. The bass might knock the bumper off any day. Keep the drink in the tray, put the big by the K. Don't be frontin' on my name, you can't live while I stay. You don't pay what I pay to get the cold beef fillet.
Whoever on the
probably
bass is
thinking
killing
late 'cause
it.
I was talking about
Yeah.
steak.
You hear that
It's
bass
marble on
line?
the plate, crustaceans on the way. Got tired of catching shrimp, so I mixed up the bait.
Yeah, that's how
I mixed up the batter, then I baked up the cake. I chopped up the slices and scraped off the flake. I'm sorry for the mix up and scraped off the fake. Hit the
Hey,
middle, so they
hey.
can creeping like a slug in the slab on the slope. But if
Who's
I
this?
do the dash, I can keep up.
I can't tell you the name of the artist. The name of the song is called At the Kappa. All right, y'all. It is time to vote. Song number 1, song number 2,
vote in
or
the
song
comments.
number 3. Do you want the defending champion?
This
With-
was kind of rough.
We're called Too Hot. Do you want challenge number 1, Wave Gods, or this song right here?
I'm going number 2.
Remy's going number
With
2. He's
Nas.
going with Nas, Wave Gods.
Man.
This all of them were bangers though.
Yeah, they were.
All
They
of them were pretty bangers. What you going with, Justin? What you leaning towards?
I like the 2 challengers, but I think I still gotta go with the champ.
You
man.
going with the
I
champ?
still gotta go with
He
the
going
champ,
with the
man.
champ again.
I still gotta go with the champ.
So we got 1 for 1, 1 for 2. What we got in the comments? What we got going on?
2 for 1. 2 votes for number 1.
Dang, 2 votes for number 1. That's 3. 3 votes for number 1, counting Justin's. 1 for number 2.
That's 3 for that's 4 for number 1 total right now. What's 2?
And he's not even a big artist, which
Which
is
was Too Hot.
Too Hot is number 1.
Okay, so that's 5 for number 1.
Damn,
I think number 1 got it.
it's the vibe, man.
It's just that little opening, just
It's
you
a
know,
So,
that little vibe that it's
5 for number 1.
Yeah, it
1
got
for
number
2 and 1 for number 3.
I don't think we can stop number 1. I think it is
I
what it
would
is.
say if I wouldn't have voted for 1, it would have been 3. But
If you are listening to this on Spotify, you can
can't-
also vote in retroactive.
I can't in my heart support A$AP Rocky since he's with Rihanna.
I know we Riri.
I can't.
Boy,
can't-
you in a relationship. Shut
I
up.
can't get behind that. You know what I mean?
Right?
We're not
Having a
talking
ba-
about me right now.
having a baby apparently,
supposed to
We're
be
not
too.
talking about me.
She's supposed to be single.
You know
Having
what
a
I mean?
baby too.
I understand.
Man, for the first time, we have a 3-peat champion, man. Anybody wants to hit the artist is TOBI. Name of the song is called Too Hot. He is not a big artist. I just found it just through searching Spotify. But you can actually vote on Spotify as well. Like every week I add a poll which song you like the best. So y'all can vote afterwards. Change the outcome of it.
Change the outcome.
Change the outcome.
Change the past.
I might have to get on Spotify. I think I'm about the only one that's not on Spotify.
Would you on Tidal?
I use
Apple Music.
I use the Amazon Music.
Amazon's not bad. Amazon Music is not bad either. But
that's the one that I use mainly because it's free with my Prime. So
yeah, I got so much I don't use on my Prime.
Do you get everything you want on there? Or is this
it's pretty much
access to? If you got everything, then
it's pretty much.
But Spotify does do extra things to kind of cater to the users, and the algorithm.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, this is the thing that I don't like about that one. Is that it'll constantly play like the songs that I listen to a lot. It'll constantly play those instead of bringing in
new music. Spotify doesn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think it does that.
So the same playlist, if we listen to the same playlist, they won't do that. But they do a Discover Weekly every week, so they'll update music with similar stuff.
Similar stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. It really
I like
just
Spotify.
Depends on like Spotify is kind of like so there's a bunch of different music services, and Spotify gives you everything that they can do. Like it gives you a little bit of what Pandora does.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of what your personal library would be, because you could get access to any music whatsoever. You could pick a radio station.
And now they're doing video.
It'll recommend stuff to you based on what you like, and not necessarily just play it. If you want, you can just make your own playlist to go back to all of your likes.
Yeah.
What I tend to do when I go to Spotify is I go to every song that I've ever liked, and I just listen to that playlist, because I'm always going to hear something that I like, like for sure.
Yeah, get on it, man. Get on it.
Yeah,
I think Tidal does more or less the same thing, but
I haven't listened to radio since I've been a Spotify fan. Like
you don't need it.
Radio is done. It's done.
Ever since music,
I haven't listened to radio since CDs came out.
Damn. All right, man. When we're moving into correlations, Remy.
Yeah.
Correlations.
We're doing correlations.
Correlations. What's the area code?
The book of correlations, 313.
Correlations 313. Now I gotta find your choir music.
I'd like to read from the book of correlations.
Go ahead. I'm gonna find it.
Okay, so is there a correlation between women or men remembering stats not being able to remember specific dates like anniversaries and birthdays and shit like that? Because one thing that I asked my cousin while I was talking to him, I was like, when'd you get married? He was like, damn, I don't know. Because he couldn't readily recall his anniversary or his wedding day. It's just not a number that sticks in his head. I know for me, I don't remember no dates. Dates just don't stick with me, except the dates I've known my whole life or whatever. But I know some stats. I know some numbers about other things. So I wonder, is it because men have so many other numbers in our head that these other numbers can't really, like, we don't think about those numbers every day.
Yeah.
But if you ask me about a video game I'm playing, I can tell you everything that all of that shit does based on the numbers.
I think it comes into how we use that stuff in conversation. Like I'm never gonna bring up like, hey, do you know my nephew's birthday is this day?
Yeah.
It's never gonna come up in our conversation. But
women,
the score last night might come up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh yeah, did you see?
Yeah.
You see LeBron score 42 points last night? Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
So women, I think they end up in conversations where these things do come up. So they end up having to think about them more regularly. And they typically, I mean, not every woman, but typically are not talking about the game from last night or the score or how much.
I don't know if it's a correlation. I just know that I absolutely do not maintain numbers and stats in my head like I used to. Like I gotta look up everything.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that is kind of on the like extended end of it. But I'm sure you know some numbers about Warzone. Like we start talking about Warzone, you probably know how much
my KD is and all that stuff
like that. Yeah. So it depends on what you're invested in.
It's true.
Those numbers come to the forefront.
You know the machine gun is hidden behind the third barrel on the right.
Yeah.
I bet you know.
I know that the 49ers got some Super Bowl ring. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You probably
I think
the
does
entire layout map of Warzone in your head.
I probably do. But yeah, I mean, I guess we don't really think about it or talk about it. I barely know. I know my sister's birthday, October 29th, and my mom's birthday is June 26th. But outside of that, I don't know anyone's birthday. Like I need to notate everything and make a mark in my calendar or I'll forget. I don't know it.
You know what I thought about the other day? I thought about what numbers, like phone numbers, do I still know?
I don't
Or
even
do
know
I know
one.
it all?
Yeah.
I don't know no
None.
new numbers. I don't know my girl's number.
No,
I
I don't know
my
any.
number.
I don't know any new numbers.
I
Yeah.
know 3 phone numbers. I know my phone number. I know the phone number to my cousin's mom's house because I used to call that shit every day. And then I know the number of some girl I used to have a crush on because I used to call her. Those are the 3 numbers that I still know. That's
But
it.
maybe women just have used a different part of their brain for.
Well, I don't know
for
if women know
that.
these numbers. Do women know phone numbers? I mean, none of us really need to know phone numbers.
I don't think we know phone numbers anymore, but like knowing anniversaries. I'm surprised you don't know. You seem like the type of would know.
I know.
This is
I
our
do know.
second.
No, I
This,
do know.
this is our
I do.
second
See,
month
me,
anniversary
I
of being
actually know
dated.
better than my girl does.
Yeah.
See me, I'm the type. I'll be like, I know something is around the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
I don't know what day it is,
Yeah.
but I know
There's
something's
something
up.
going on.
Something's up,
Yeah.
you know. And then I got to just look at my calendar on my
Yeah.
phone and I'll find it.
That's
Yeah.
the thing that helps me out a lot is like I got everybody's birthday in my phone. I got
Thanks,
anniversaries in my
Facebook.
phone.
Thanks, Facebook, for all the big birthday reminders.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I be forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's a correlation. I don't know. You got another correlation?
I think it's a
that is-
technical correlation.
that
we
concludes-
got lazy because of technology.
Yeah,
We don't have to
absolutely.
remember
We
stuff
don't. We
anymore.
don't. We absolutely don't.
And that is the conclusion to correlations.
That is the collusion. All right. So first new segment I'm going to do.
All right.
First word to come to your mind, or first thought to come to your mind.
Butter.
Off the
What'd you
after
say?
I say
What?
after
I said
I say a
butter.
word, he said
Butter?
butter. It's like butter, baby. All right. So first thought, first word that comes to your mind when I say these words. 2022.
Dead.
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 Quick.
You wanted to be quick. All right. Hip hop.
Nas.
Dead.
Nas did do a song called Hip Hop Is Dead, by the way.
That's funny. See, that's that connection. Light
Condoms.
skin connection.
Condoms.
No.
You know what? I was coming up with something, but I like that better.
Okay. 2021.
Bye.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Awesome.
First thought. Nothing.
I have entirely too many thoughts about Game of Thrones.
Say something. One thing.
Annoying.
Annoying. I can agree with that. I can agree with annoying, but I loved it though.
I actually, well, not to stem too far away from it. I feel like Game of Thrones would have done itself more of a service if the books were just not all like.
Better.
I think you can only do a TV show that long for 8 seasons, like that deep with that many characters. So it only went 8 seasons, but there was like 10 seasons worth of material. But you
Yeah.
can't keep going. Like,
Yeah.
it has to stop at some point because it's too much shit.
It's too much.
They definitely rushed the last.
They had to.
the last.
They had a spin-off, a couple spin-offs, but
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Iron Man.
Avengers.
Okay. DC.
Batman.
All right. Politics.
Donald Trump.
Assholes.
Relationships.
Love.
The struggle.
Yeah.
Barack Obama.
President.
Yeah. President.
Still president.
Hell yeah. Forever president, sir.
LeBron James.
Goat.
What?
I said it.
Good.
I don't necessarily mean it. I do
Uh,
think Jordan is the GOAT, but I think LeBron is still up there.
Anal sex.
Maybe.
Kool-Aid.
Sweet.
Red.
Y'all remember Kool-Aid though, man? Like Kool-Aid, is it still around? Is Kool-Aid? Can you still go to the grocery store and get Kool-Aid packets?
I think you can. Go
As
get
long-
the little packets.
Yeah, until they cancel the sugar industry, Kool-Aid is always gonna be.
Yeah.
around. And sugar ain't never getting canceled.
That's
Damn, I
why.
know some-
That's why so many black people's got diabetes.
Yeah.
The damn Kool-Aid,
That's all I
man.
drank.
Kool-Aid.
That's all I drank was
I
Kool-Aid.
used to
and my
love some
Kool-Aid was
Kool-Aid.
the shit. How you make Kool-Aid? You know
Your
what's
Kool-Aid
the
wasn't shit
ingredient?
I
if
don't
you ain't
remember
have
it.
a half a bag of sugar.
Yeah, a lot of
Half a
sugar.
bag.
A lot of sugar and a lot of water.
For me-
and that's it.
for
Two
me-
packs.
I think for me it was like for every 2 quarts, it's got to be 1 cup of sugar.
Used to
This
measure.
nigga know the
Used to
stats.
measure.
He know the numbers.
I was the Kool-Aid maker in my house, and I made that shit immaculately.
Give you lockjaw.
I would just pour sugar until I'm like,
Until you see it rise up a little bit,
That's
like
enough.
that's enough.
that's enough.
Yeah, I think one of my sisters made Kool-Aid one time, and that shit was like, it was more sugar than Kool-Aid.
You still drank
could
it, though.
see
But you know what's crazy about Kool-Aid is that when you
Just
don't
die.
when you don't put sugar in it, it tastes like nothing.
Yeah,
And then you put sugar in it, it's magical.
it's magic. It's
You know?
magic.
The flavor comes out. You just like
Did y'all used to take the little plastic bags and put the Kool-Aid in the bag and sugar and mix it up and then
I
take
did not thought
take
that
your
was the
finger
ghettoest shit in the world.
and eat the sugar
I
and
know you
Kool-Aid all
did
day,
though.
all day,
I used to-
every day.
I didn't do that with.
Who taught us
Yes.
that? Who taught us that? That was the worldwide phenomenon. Everyone was
Some
doing that
kid-
shit.
I didn't do
kid
that with
tried it,
Kool-Aid.
and it
I didn't do
spread
that
like
with Kool-Aid.
wildfire.
No. You know what it was? There was that candy. You remember that candy where there'd be like 3
In the
pouches and the 2 sticks, the
Mhm.
2 like candy sticks, and
Yep.
you dip it in.
Oh yeah.
And the candy sticks would always last longer than your powder that you got in the,
Right.
so you got to put something else in there. You know, I used to put iced tea mix in there. I didn't care.
I remember the iced tea. I remember the iced tea mix. That's funny. All right, man. That's all I have for first word. I don't have anything else other than final
Fun dip?
thoughts.
Is that what it's called? Fun dip?
Fun dip.
Yeah, fun dip.
Fun dip.
Yep.
Final thoughts, man. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. Basically, we can talk about anything you want to end the show with. I can-
Actually,
You got something? Oh, go
for,
ahead.
for me, and this is to go around the table. What did y'all learn from 2021 that you feel is going to be useful for 2022?
What did I learn in 2021 that I can
just-
use
just
for
From the
2022?
year itself, and that goes for y'all in the comments too. What and if y'all listen on Spotify, share with us what you learned from 2021 that you feel is going to be essential for you in 2022. I learned a little bit about cryptocurrency. I feel like that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, the crypto and NFTs.
My girl learned how to make NFTs.
I gotta learn about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Now's the time.
What you learn from 2021 that you can take in
Um,
2022? I'm still
It
thinking.
could be
I would
relationship
say-
oriented. You learned you ain't dating white girls no more. You learned, you know what I'm saying, that you're not fucking on the first date no more.
I ain't never said
You know,
that.
hey,
but-
I also learned that I function pretty well without alcohol. But the problem is that when I don't drink, which I'm not drinking today, I haven't drank since October 30th. When I don't drink, it takes me significantly more effort to be social.
Mm.
But because I'm not drinking, I'm exercising that muscle more. So I'm learning and I'm growing to become more social. But it's hard, because it's
Yeah.
So one thing that I really learned in 2021 was I took a lot of chances, more chances I did in 2020, and it paid off in a lot of positive ways. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna carry that into 2022 because there's some things that I am.
You're talking about getting naked, ain't you?
No, not just that. Not just that. But just like, my lease is up in January, and I signed my lease that I'm not renewing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just know that I'm not paying what they want me to pay.
Yeah,
When is your lease
rent
up?
is crazy.
January 22nd.
Oh yeah, you got a little bit of that.
And so I'm actually thinking about taking some chances in some different ways. I'm looking at different options, and I normally wouldn't have done that, but in 2021 I took some chances. I was like, damn, it actually paid off. I'm like, you know what? What I got to lose?
You could be a hobo sapien.
I could be. I'm thinking about I work
You know what I mean?
remotely. I can work from anywhere. So I'm looking at other options as well.
So my girl,
So what you got to do is just get into a quick relationship and be like, let's move in
Boom.
together.
Let's move in together.
fuck,
let's
fuck-
do it.
Fuck around and
Who needs a bearded black man?
So here's something.
I'll pay half your mortgage.
My girl, me and
Not
my
all of it.
girl moved in prematurely because she made a very bad decision. Back when I first met her, she decided she wasn't going to live in an apartment anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She was going to live in Airbnbs.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Expensive too.
Yeah, or if out of her car. She was basically like, I'm tired of paying rent. I'm not doing that shit no more. Let's see how this goes. And when she said that shit to me, I was like, there's no fucking way you're doing that. That's ridiculous.
It's doable, man.
So I was like, you can like, because she was trying to save up for a house. That was the main thing. She was like, I'm gonna get a house. I got to stop paying rent. I need to save up money. I need a opening. I
Yeah,
was like, all right,
that's what I'm doing.
I know we only have known each other for like 4 months or however fucking long it was. Just you can live in my house, and then you can go and get your house.
You knew the moment you said that she was not moving out.
That first year, was the worst part of
That
our
first
relationship. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're still together, obviously.
Yeah.
That year was the worst part of our relationship, but I mean, we engaged now.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
we're
Absolutely.
so much better now.
So-
So, it's
so-
a crazy way to have
So you
started
were
things.
so in the
Yeah.
beginning you were
It
like,
started when we
You
was in
might be onto
Panama.
something.
Yeah.
So you might be onto something. If
Might
you,
be. I'm not. I'm not
hey,
signing.
now's the
So the-
time.
so
They
the
went up
beginning,
$300. They went up
so in the
$300.
beginning you were like, when you gonna get the fuck out of here?
Mm-hmm.
I
He
kicked
was-
her
he
out
was-
a few times. I did kick her out a few times. I got pissed off enough to be like, all right, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you got to go. Like, it was rough.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, because we wasn't like we was still fresh. Like we didn't
Mhm.
really even know each other.
Yeah.
Know how negative we could be.
That's a
towards each
place
other.
where a lot of red flags could pop up also.
Oh, for
The
sure.
the thing that I think helped us grow out of that was more. I had to grow. I had to work
Mhm.
with letting her, like, if we had a spat or a problem, I had to just kind of let her go to her corner, and I had to go to my corner.
Mhm.
Because I'm a fighter. Like, we start a fight, I'll fucking fight. Like, I'll argue.
Yeah.
But if you just are going your own way and you just want to chill out and that you don't want to fight me, I have to go just be angry somewhere. And
Yeah.
eventually you'll calm down, come back together and have a conversation and figure things out. That's just
I
how.
could just picture Remy's like, fight me, motherfucker.
Fight.
Yeah. But having been in a relationship where it was the exact opposite right before that, where every single fight was wildfire.
Yeah.
Every single fight, little fight, big fight, all of them could have burnt the house down.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So after dealing with that, I'm like, all right, I'll go to my corner. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk to you no way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad
And it
I'm glad
works.
y'all worked through it.
It
Yeah.
has, it's been working really well.
Somebody want to take me in? Y'all can take me in. I ain't gonna cause no issues. Nah, we'll see what happens. So I'd say all to say I'm taking more chances in 2022. So my final thoughts is obviously this is the new year's upon us. We got 48 hours. We got tomorrow, New Year's Eve. What's just one goal that you have? It doesn't have to be like a New Year's resolution, because I know people don't really like doing resolutions anymore. But what's just a goal? Like for me, I'm literally, my main goal is buying a house next year. If I accomplish that, when I accomplish that, my year is going to be good. You know,
Yeah.
that's my main thing.
I think I have two main goals. The first would be also to buy a house, and secondly would be to work my way out of corporate America.
Mm,
You know, I just over the last year
hmm
with different things going on in my life where I had to like worry about like, okay, well, I got vacation days, I can't go,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like I just came to the realization that I was just like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah.
long term.
As an artist, you have more options today than you've ever had before. It would take probably some transitions unless you've dabbled in a little bit, but NFTs is basically just digital art. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I need to learn
Mhm.
about that a
If
little
you
more.
so Rhonda is same thing. She's been drawn as a hobby for as long as she can remember or whatever.
Mhm.
And once she realized artists were able to do something with NFTs, she was like, well, I can draw stuff better than some of the shit that's selling for millions of dollars.
Mhm.
So let me fucking dive right
Do
in.
it,
And
yeah.
that's what she's been doing. So that's the one right there.
That's what's up. You never know. We have way more possibilities now than ever to be your own boss and do your own thing.
Yeah.
You get the talent
So
to do
Weren't
it.
some
For
of
example-
those selling for like $3-4 million?
For example, there's a
Don't go too deep into it though, because
there's a user on Instagram named Beeple, and his artistry is it's from what I can tell, it's not even that significant, because part of what he does is he purchases models, puts them into this 3-dimensional environment, like some software to move them around or whatever, and then he animates it. I think he does some stuff to like spruce it up, but he doesn't even do all of the art. He doesn't build it all. He puts that out every single day. He puts a new one out every single day. And at some point, one of them sold for like 64 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's been doing it for like 14 years, but somebody he started getting NFTs with it or whatever.
that's wild.
And somebody wanted it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to do that because I could definitely use 64
From the
million.
work.
Definitely,
From the
definitely.
work.
All right.
there's money out here.
One goal. Let's end it.
Pay off my debt.
Pay
That's
off
it.
your debt.
Pay off my motherfucking debt.
And that's what we're gonna do. How can people find your socials, Mr. Ebanks?
Justin Ebanks on Facebook, Jay Nice on Instagram. I'm JE Artistics on both Facebook and Instagram. If you want to check out my art,
If someone wants to buy that painting that's behind me again,
I'm buying it. I'm buying
if
it.
somebody wants to buy this,
It's no longer for sale. I've already.
Y'all can
purchased
buy
it.
this. I can buy that.
and by the way, those are all handmade
I
frames.
just
that
cashed
go
out
on the
Justin
paintings as
already.
well.
Y'all can't have it. It's mine.
You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at TheJNoetic. Don't add me on Facebook. I'm not going to accept your friend request. Fuck y'all. Remy.
I am the exact opposite. Please add me on Facebook. I love having new friends, especially people that want to interact with me. And most of the friends I have on Facebook nowadays are people that I see in person also, because I like getting to know people in that way. I'm Remy Mulatto, so add me if you want, or you can follow me on Instagram at Millennial Mulatto, and also follow A Method Podcast on every motherfucking platform.
Hey, spread the word, y'all. Spread the word. Share with your friends. We need y'all
tell
support.
people about it. You know what I'm saying? We go live every Thursday at 8:00. Tell them to come through. We on Twitch. We on YouTube. We on Facebook. We on Twitter. We live everywhere.
We on.
We gonna be.
We on.
We on crack.
Justin, did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, absolutely, man.
We have to have you back on. Niners on
Nice
on
watch,
Sunday.
man.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. You get that for Christmas?
Nah, man.
Mr. Nice Watch over
It's
here.
just a little something.
You
You know what I mean? It's
Something,
just a little
something.
I
something.
like it.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next Thursday, man. Holla.
Peace.